But she'll always pick her job.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
But I feel like you gotta be someone who encourages that though.
So I want
Like-
her.
They wouldn't encourage you picking your job over them, but they support you so much that you never feel like you have to pick. Do you know what I mean?
True.
I think a lot of guys are insecure. You should actually. You should listen to the last episode of Receipts. You like it. They had this life coach there, but she's message her saying that her man was basically seeing her and whatnot. Very interesting episode. I'm talking about the receipts for you guys. Think this is how I want to start Valentine's Day. I know you some of you don't skip a beat. I'm talking about Receipts podcast. The last episode, really good episode with life coach. Anyway, good morning. Happy Valentine's Day. It is Friday the 14th of February. Welcome to TDA, the day after, your favorite news platform and the home of popular culture as defined by the culture. And as always, today you're hosted by the girls. I like that for us. But as always, I'm one of your hosts, my own royalty.
It's your girl, just no.
I like a thief in
It's
that.
your girl, just Jean, representing the black queens and the fitness scene. How you mean?
It's our star girl. You can't be shy. You can't be shy anymore, please. We can't do this,
I know.
You can't be shy
No one
anymore.
buys it anymore, man. I'm like, guys, it's not a gimmick, it's true.
Well done, girl. How was it?
It was really fun.
It looks so lit.
No, it was really fun.
Sorry, yeah, but I'm not saying just because she's here, because I've said it when I've been to the event and Gina wasn't here. Gina, your events are really, really lit, you know. It's the vibes, and I think there's something about and this is why I really, really I love your brand. There's something about bringing women together and everyone just feeling like it's a community.
Yeah.
There's a sense of community that isn't really found in a lot of spaces, and you having that in fitness and where people are like different abilities, people can have different strengths and whatever, but people really, really, really push each other. It speaks volumes, man.
Thank you.
It speaks volumes to who you are. So well done, girl.
Thanks.
Proud of you.
Thank you. Nah, do you know what? I know that I love my job and that my job loves me. I know that. But it's just, in the moment, it's just always like, oh man, I love it here.
That's a
No,
blessing.
seriously. No, honestly, like, whenever I do those, like, I always, like, I'm so grateful to God because I'm like, wow, like, I'm really one of your favourites, isn't it? Because I couldn't ask for anything more. Like, it's such a fulfilling job. I absolutely love it.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was good. It was fun. Everyone enjoyed it.
That's good.
And it was cold. I'm not gonna lie. I was freezing. Like when I first got there, because I was there for ages. So imagine just standing outside in the freezing cold. But as soon as we started, we warmed up like I knew we would anyway, because you're moving your body and stuff in it. So it was it was really good. They really enjoyed it. Apparently, it was one of his biggest live streams as well.
They said Gina's mic. Sorry. Oh, you've done it. Okay, sorry.
So that was also nice to hear.
Yeah.
And yeah, hopefully there'll be more.
Amen to that. And big up AG as well. His heart is in the right place, man.
100%.
And that's really, really just... And I love that he's getting the support he's getting. Because I think a lot of people want to do nice things and do nice things, but they don't always feel that it's appreciated by people because you went for many reasons. So I'm glad that he gets to get his flowers in many different ways.
And it's funny because he's been doing this for time.
Yeah. That's the thing.
And no one noticed.
You can't say to people, oh, they just blew up out of nowhere.
No,
you don't know what they put in.
He's been outside on the streets
literally
for
outside.
time. Literally. And even when we were talking about it, and we were like, he does 4 live streams a week.
Yeah.
It is cold. But 4 days a week, a man will go and stand outside just to give back to the community.
That's amazing.
Like,
I was on TikTok, and I saw him in the old, in like a care home or something.
Yeah, he does care
that's
homes.
so sweet.
Like, yeah. So you can tell he has a genuine heart to like give back to the community in whatever way he can.
That's sweet.
Yeah. So, and someone's mum, a little child came and was like, my mum made you rice and peas. Like, it was so cute. Like, we're just giving him food. Yeah.
Oh, that's so cute.
But you know what? Like, apparently he gets all sorts of stuff. Literally.
That's nice.
All sorts.
Love it. Good morning, Brent. Happy Valentine's Day.
I mean, yeah,
What?
I said, yeah, because
See, what
I was doing something,
Yeah.
and then you'd ask me at the weirdest time, so my brain went.
Oh, never mind.
Yes.
It would have been my grandma's birthday today. She's a Valentine baby.
Oh.
Yeah. She would have sent me selfies of her outfits by now. She was such a like when you're like she's such a like she dresses in red. Today is her day. And you know, like Africans love a touch of, Nigerians love a touch of red. A touch of anything, they're red in it. Yeah, so she would have sent me all those lovely selfies. So big up my grandma. What, babe? Are you done doing what you're doing?
Yeah. Yes.
Are these petals gonna fall all over through the set?
Yeah, because
the whole episode.
Is it too much love you're getting?
No, never enough love.
Can you actually get too much love?
No. I think you can feel suffocated by the love, but if you love the person equally, no. You both just be loving each other.
So what are your plans for today?
We're gonna have a great day.
Yeah?
A blessed day.
A blessed day.
A wonderful day.
A wonderful day.
To the glory of God. I tried Reformer Pilates yesterday.
Oh, it was your first time, yeah?
My first time.
I love that.
I joined the gym because remember we worked out the finances. It makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
And so they recommend you should do foundations, but I couldn't get a spot. The girls are tussling.
So what did you do?
I just went straight in. But it was all right, actually. If I don't have abs, it means my village people are definitely after me. Because I felt it and I did it. And then I did a HIIT class after. And I said,
I don't know how you do classes back to back, you know.
Cause I feel like, because my typical Saturdays is I do like some kind of a HIIT class or something. Then I do Pilates to wind down. But I actually like doing the reformer first and then doing HIIT. So I think, so it's Saturday tomorrow, right? So tomorrow I'm getting into cycling as well. You know, I've said I hate cycling. I'm getting into spin now. So tomorrow I'm going to do a spin class and I'm going to end with reformer.
You know what? I do love reformer.
You know, say about my language.
But no, I love a reformer. I go once a week.
It's really nice. I really like it.
I wouldn't say nice, but it's.
I really like it.
No, I love it because it humbles me every time. Like no session I've gone to, I can say, "Oh, that wasn't hard."
Yeah.
Like it always has me like digging deep.
Yeah. I like exercise that make me realize there's a little muscle I've neglected.
Yeah.
I'm like, interesting.
It's sick. It's good.
But I think because I enjoy yoga and Pilates, I've always done it on the mats. It's nice
that's why
doing
you don't
it.
find it hard, because apparently there was a lady in my class who was saying how she thinks mat Pilates is harder than reformer.
Mat Pilates is harder. Because when I did it, I was like, okay. But then I just thought, because it was my first time, I was like with the strings and stuff. I didn't go light because I was like, I do weights and stuff, so it should be fine. But I was like, okay, fair. I can feel it, but mat is definitely, because mat is your body weight.
Yeah.
So that plank and like the things that the string is helping you with whatever, like,
and that's the thing.
That's your body.
The lighter weight, the lighter resistance is always harder. Yeah. Because it means you have to control it more with your core.
I found that,
ones gives you a lot more stability. So, yeah.
I found that because there was one where she was like, you can either go heavy or light, but she was like, if you go light, it makes it harder.
Yeah.
So I thought, okay, let me go light and then see. And it did. I said, well. Yeah. But it was nice. Enjoyed it. Brent, back to you.
All right. Good morning.
How's things?
Everything's fine. Thank you very much. Good morning, everybody in the chat. Let's see. Who am I wishing a Lover's Day to? Energy, DCF Books, Davina, Christy, Bex, Mr. Ashlows, T, Natty, Abimi, Mirrored, Samra, Gifty, Dankwa, Imi Snow Globe, Dr. Amani, Lynn, M32. We got Priz, Vaughn, Iman B, Susanna F, Mooley Bell, Crowd Crow, Iti Bambino, Babiel, Akos A, Pirate Black Hawk Down. That must be Snowstorm. JTD Jan, Paul Wall, Black Rob, Teddy Tibbs, ELC, Star Crow, J0, Everest. I think that is everybody. Oh, Mel S.
Yes. I was going to say big up Mel.
Why should we big up Mel?
Because
she sent us little cute love heart biscuits.
Come on. Come on. Favorite color
How
as well?
sweet and thoughtful.
Favorite color as well. Come on.
Your favorite color, bro.
Mine.
Look at her.
Favorite color. A black
No,
heart is what you want to rep on Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
Melanated hat.
How can someone say
Fair, you know.
I'm dressed like I'm here to steal Valentine's Day?
Do you know what's actually weird? So I was actually in all black today, and I just felt odd. I felt weird. It didn't match my mood. I said, girl,
A little bit spruce up a bit.
for once, change it up. I'm back to black on Monday. Didn't we? Who was it? Amy Winehouse, back to black, yeah. But yeah, big up Mel, the baker. She made us cute, sweet biscuits. And she's so inclusive because she always tolerates E-Man's veganism.
Isn't it?
Better than me. I remember one time I said I was going to make cake. E-Man's talking about, do you make... I said, no. Do you want the eggs or not?
No,
I'm
you
about to
can-
try and make vegan
You
cakes.
can watch from the sidelines.
I said, sir, you don't think you have to get involved in. But big up Mel every single time. We appreciate you, babes.
Straight,
Happy
straight.
Valentine's Day.
And good morning in Kwabena.
Yeah.
We are on the road to 10K apparently.
On the
Marianne said.
road.
I need to get the jingle. I will. I actually
I need to
made a
flag
note
it.
to basically do it yesterday, but damn it. No, I'm not, it's not going to
No,
be the
damn
actual
it.
track. It's just going to be that little refrain.
On the
On the
road.
road.
We are on the road to 10K.
100%.
It would be nice to get there, you know.
100%.
It'd be nice to get there and then look forward to the next milestone.
100%.
Have mercy.
I think I basically said I need help. I think I said I would like any painter and decorators, any interior designers, any of the people that are in the community that, you know, fall into that particular
Yeah.
category.
Bracket.
Yeah, hit me up, please. Hit me up.
Please, actually.
What else? Monday, we are not going to be having TDA. In fact, it might even be the entire week. I have so much stuff to do. All very exciting, mind you. And
Very.
it's coming down to the date in which it is that we're going to announce everything to y'all. But I can't do everything in the evening or the afternoon, and I need my mornings back. So it didn't not be any TDA on Monday, and I'll have to see if it is. It's going to continue on into the week, but needs must. Emmanuel's going to be on holiday. Mark's going to be on holiday. Gina is going to be I was going to.
She's going to be working.
I was about to say something so.
What was you going to say?
Of course you were.
No,
Mad.
what was you going to say?
Of course you were.
Let's say it.
No.
Why?
No. Today's 2025.
Wait,
No.
mute the
We're in
mic and say.
2025. I'm not doing it. I'm not even being that person anymore.
No, tell me
I'm
though.
not being a person anymore.
Since when?
It would just be a case of manifestation. You right? Yes. Morning. The dating expert has arrived.
Okay.
I've stalled everybody long enough. He's late.
Is Iman? Yeah, so there, please, babe.
You should actually sit in my seat, just to.
Actually,
to
rattle
ruffle
him.
his
Yes.
feathers.
To rattle.
It's
Yeah,
Valentine's
it's
Day.
So I'm sitting there.
There,
Yeah,
please.
that's
And
your-
sit there like you're
that's
the
a lover's
chief.
trick.
Oh,
Oh,
he's
no,
here too.
wow.
Sit down. Quickly. Oh, look who it is.
My
Come on.
baby.
Hey, baby girl.
We got cookies for you too. We got.
Oh, we do. Oh my gosh. She must not like Brent.
Not
Brett
her
was
in the
actually
perfect attire.
Oh, she is.
Morning.
Morning. Hey, beautiful. I'm
How
sorry.
are you?
Because this boy is daughter now, I have to have mercy. So this is your seat.
You're so lucky you brought her, you know.
You listen?
Because now we're us.
You were going to get you the bench. A stool, actually. She's so adorable.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you want to...
Why are you squeezing in like the chair's too
Just
small
get comfortable.
Huh?
for you? Come on, man.
Actually, why is he squeezing like the chest?
I'm cool.
All right. There we go. This is your microphone, yeah?
Yes, sir.
Good morning.
Morning.
Please, we're still in the intro, which is good. So please let people know who you are, please.
Yes, so my name is Chigborogu. I'm a dating coach. I help men embrace masculinity.
Sorry.
Yes.
Unbelievable. Why is she laughing?
Why don't I hear it?
Talk to her. Look at her in the
You
eyes and
hear it?
ask her why
Nothing,
she's
don't worry
laughing.
about it.
What happened?
Nothing.
Don't worry. 5 minutes, you'll get it.
You'll get used to us.
Okay,
You get used to the jokes in here.
All right, cool. So
Or the jokers in here, sorry.
So it's a mic that holds itself up. Yeah.
We can move
Right.
it. Is that good though? Yeah, that's fine actually.
Put it down a bit. You just see
yeah, because I was holding it. I'm used to it. I'm just probably speaking.
I know. Sorry, just use your muscles and then
Move it down a little
push it a
bit.
bit so we can see your entire face.
Okay.
There we go. No,
Okay.
move it closer still. There we go.
That's it. Yeah.
Is that good, Brent?
Yeah, you're still moving like your arms don't belong to you, you know.
Wait, settle in properly. I feel like it's a cushion. I think you got too many cushions here.
I got a cushion.
It's the
behind me,
cushions. It's too many cushions there.
Yeah. Feels like my wife's bedroom, actually.
Fair.
Is it?
Yeah, too many cushions.
Serious?
Women love cushions
Yeah,
and
they
pillows,
love
man.
You love it?
Yeah.
1 bed, 8 pillows. Sister, be for real. Okay. Yeah.
All right, introduction again.
Yes, please.
Right.
Don't mind what they're doing on that.
No worries. Okay, cool. So I'm Chigborogu, dating coach. I help men embrace manhood and understand female nature in
Nice.
order for them to build better relationships.
Wonderful. And he's a married man, so you can listen to him. I'll be honest, if you had come here, I guess I would have had to see where we're landing with it.
Talk to her.
What?
About what?
Because he's married, we should listen.
No, I'm more
No,
likely to
but
listen to people
I
that are
guess
married.
it-
How many
I guess it's-
men have you met on dates?
No, you said
that are
no.
married?
You said Gina should talk to me. Gina, please talk.
Yeah, but I don't understand what I'm meant to be saying. That's what, like, why am I in it?
You sound like you had a
I
good
love
point.
it. I love it. Never mind.
No, but why am I in it though? No, go
No,
on.
but it's like having a life coach here that hasn't got their life together. What are you coaching me about? You don't have your life together. But I
No,
think
but
with
I
dating
agree.
coach,
I agree by like leading from like experience.
Yeah.
There's no
Yeah.
guarantee, and you would probably tell men too, there's no guarantee that a married man is actually, living right.
100%.
no, I didn't say he. No, but I didn't. Sorry.
No,
Wait.
no, this is...
No.
What?
No.
What?
No.
What do they have you read on?
No, Lovers Day. This wouldn't apply to just anybody because there could be hella comedians that's talking about their life coach or dating coaches, and they're married, and I wouldn't take one damn advice from them.
100%.
So this is just because I've seen his content.
Oh, you've seen his content?
I did my research. So I know that whatever he says will be smart enough to listen
There
to.
you go.
So yeah, that's what it is.
What?
Don't do that.
What?
I don't even know what you're about to do, but I'm just sick of
Okay,
you.
I saw it now. Is that what
Yeah.
you done before?
What?
He's just yeah, just be on your toes.
What did I do before?
No, and just continue. as
What did you say
were.
before?
Do you know
never
what?
got
It's
to-
carved, man. God bless you, bro.
All right, cool.
Kill him with Jesus.
We need to push on because I have a lot of mischief I need to get out.
That's great. Love that.
So we can't even start the headlines just yet because there's
I'll read the
big
first one.
noise happening behind me.
Oh, fair.
All right.
We're quiet after that.
So you are a dating coach, right? A dating expert. That's what you said in your bio, right?
Yes.
What makes you a dating expert? And is this just for men? Can you speak to women too?
Of course.
You've done it before.
Yeah.
How many times?
Well,
You know how many times.
Put it this way, I focus on men, but a lot of women do tend to reach out because they want to understand how men work.
That men's
Serious.
language.
Yeah.
And do you know how men work?
I think so. I'm a man, so I'm all right.
I'm all right.
All right then. I've never met a dating expert, so I'm really interested in what we're going to be talking about today.
Neither have I actually. So I'm very interested in like what that's about, what that looks like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've met all other experts,
Yeah.
sexperts, life coaches.
We've
I
got-
met them on here. You brought them in here. Don't you
we've-
dare.
We've got a man who can teach anybody how to make a woman squirt.
Squirt King.
Who?
What?
Habib.
Wait, you would have what?
I'm glad I wasn't.
No, you actually wasn't. She actually wasn't.
He brought.
He had a prop.
Nah, I'd be so livid.
It's him in the thumbnail of the video. He brought actual prop. And he had a stick.
Yeah.
He had a stick. Do you remember? So this is the prop.
Oh,
Had
so
a
this was
stick.
his demonstration.
No, class was in session. And he was like, so here? Then he was like, tap, 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 tap.
I
Big
need
up him
him
then.
back.
Big
I
up
should have
him.
brought him back today. To
should
be
have brought him
honest,
today.
I should have brought him today.
And then what was that? That thing.
The
remember
thing he
there
did
was-
with the fingers?
No, there was a no. Don't you dare do that.
Are you all right?
So you don't.
This conversation is.
There was a technique, like a sex technique thing. Do you remember? I can't remember what it's called.
Oh, Kunyaza.
Kunyaza.
Of course you would know.
Well, let's get the headlights.
Okay.
So he will be back. He will be back. Don't worry.
Sorry, forgive. It's not even night. Some people haven't even
it's
brushed
not-
their
listen.
teeth.
Oh.
It's actually
And
morning.
this is where we're at.
Yeah, thanks.
You're needed. Sorry. And Brent, please headlines.
All right then.
trying to say you want the AC on?
That's
Ma'am,
what
in the
that's what
winter.
I'm not gonna lie, that's where I was going, but I just knew I'd be outruled.
They can do it to neutralize a little bit.
All right.
All right, people. First headline. President Zelensky has firmly rejected any peace deal for Ukraine brokered by the US and Russia without Ukraine's direct participation. He emphasized that Ukraine, as an independent nation, cannot accept agreements made without its involvement and stressed the need for European nations to be included in negotiations. Zelensky also highlighted the importance of security guarantees for Ukraine, emphasizing that these are unattainable without US support and that NATO membership will be the most cost-effective option for its partners. Several European leaders echoed Zelensky's concerns, rejecting any imposed peace settlement and criticizing potential concessions to Russia. Next headline, and TikTok is again available on the US app stores of Apple and Google after President Donald Trump postponed enforcement of a ban of the Chinese-owned social media platform until the 5th of April. The popular app, which is used by more than 170 million American users, went dark briefly last month in the US as the ban deadline approached. Trump then signed an executive order granting TikTok a 75-day extension to comply with the law banning the app if it is not sold. According to Bloomberg, which first reported TikTok's return to app stores in the US, the decision to resume its availability came after Apple and Google received assurances from the Trump administration that they would not be held liable and the ban wouldn't be enforced yet. And our last headline, RFK, Robert F. Kennedy Jr., who is a controversial figure known for his vaccine skepticism, was confirmed as the U.S. Health and Human Services Secretary by a 52 to 48 Senate vote. His confirmation was met with opposition from Democrats and some Republicans due to his past health claims and anti-vaccine stance, though he maintains his children are vaccinated and he supports stronger safety testing for injections. Kennedy will oversee agencies like the CDC, the FDA, the NIH, managing $1 trillion budget and approximately 80,000 employees. Despite concerns raised by his cousin, Caroline Kennedy, and others about his views on vaccines, his nomination was supported by several Republicans, including Senator Bill Cassidy. Kennedy's appointment marks another step in President Trump's effort to reshape the government, with other controversial nominees also recently confirmed. And that's it for our headlines.
All right, let's get into our What You Saying topic of the day.
He was about to tell her off, innit? Look at your face.
Such a dad.
Innit?
All right, people, topic of the day. You know what? Really, I should just hand this over to you, Brent, because I know this is what
Brent
you're looking
is
forward to.
gagging for this.
Hand it over to me.
100%. This is, you're acting like you don't even want to take over. But anyway, guys, Valentine's Day. We have a love coach, right? What'd you call yourself again?
Dating expert.
A love coach.
Ain't it the same thing?
A love coach sounds like Flavor Flav. Love coach. The love coach is that a thing, actually?
I don't know. I think it's more like life coach.
Life coach, innit?
Yeah, life coach. Not love.
Can I ask you a question?
Huh?
Can I ask you a question?
You can ask me as many
What
as
makes
want.
you believe you're a dating coach?
I believe I love to coach people, and I'm good at dating.
That
As
is.
a married man.
That's the
When I'm
qualification.
married, of course, I think that helps. Yeah.
So because you were able to get married is why you believe you're a good dating?
No, necessarily. I think it was the fact that I was able to go from someone that struggled hard to date to become someone that was good at it. And I know that a lot of people came to me because of that. So I just turned it into a profession.
How do you know you were good at dating? If the first person you actually dated, you married.
No. That wasn't my first person.
I just made it up. I just wanted to know.
Oh, okay. Well, I think I went...
Sorry. How many did you date before you chose this?
I had
Beautiful
loads.
woman.
I had loads of dates.
So none of them worked out.
I want to say they didn't work out. It was me. So I got to a place where initially I wanted people to work out with me, but then it turned around into a space where when I was getting these people and it was good people, I just, for some reason, wouldn't understand what is it that was holding me back from committing. And then when I figured that out, I then started telling people, this is what you need to do. And then some guys got engaged, some guys got married, and I was like, yeah, this is works.
Percentage of success with your clients?
So far, 80%.
Only?
Well, some people are still single. They got over their heartbreak. But yeah.
This is going to be so interesting.
Sorry, but just because I missed it. What is it that you help people do? Like when they come to you, what state are they in and what are you trying to get them to?
So when they come to me, they don't understand women. they're insecure,
Okay.
or they're very. It's different. It's case by case.
Okay,
So some people are just simply struggling with dating.
Yeah.
So it's whether they're insecure, whether they're, they're dealing with a breakup. There's that. Okay, how do I get over this?
Yeah.
What is it that I'm missing?
Okay.
And then there's some people that are just in a relationship and they're like, I don't understand my woman, and I just need to maybe do better, but I don't know where to go from here.
Okay. So then, how do you measure the success rate then?
I'd go for results.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
So,
then-
by the end of the 12-week period,
Yeah.
I look at them. If they're happy with the situation they're in, great. And then prior to that, we will agree on a specific outcome.
Okay.
So what is it? What do you want from this? And then based
Okay.
on
So it's based on whether the outcome they wanted is achieved.
yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
All right, so we want to know a little bit about your story, right?
Yes.
Because it's what is very important to
Absolutely.
your understanding you and whatnot. Where are you from?
Nigeria.
Born?
I was born in Italy.
That's why I'm hearing a little twang.
Yeah,
in your-
yeah,
Can you
yeah,
speak
yeah.
fluent Italian?
Yes. So I speak 5 languages.
5. Which
Which
five?
ones?
So I speak Spanish, German, Igbo, Italian, and English.
Serious.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Okay. Have you lived in Italy?
Yeah. I grew up.
How
there.
long?
I came here in the UK when I was 13.
Okay.
Mm.
So when you came over here, was the culture a bit different? As in communicating with women?
It was terrible.
As in,
It was like the worst transition ever. Because in Italy, it's like very family orientated. It's very sort of relaxed. There is racism, but in terms of like there's not much. You don't deal with gangs and stuff like that in Italy like that. You're dealing well with maybe bullies here and there, but that's it. So when I came here, the first month I got here, there was riots. And
oh, it's not
on
great.
top of that, when I went to school, because of my accent, if not for football, I would have been 100% victimized.
Was it an Italian accent?
It was a mix. It was like Nigerian, Italian. It was just weird. There was like, yeah. But I saved myself because I was blending in football, so I had football skills, and that's what protected me. But
Okay.
if not for that, yeah.
Did you go to school in South London?
Yes.
Where in particular in South?
I was in Lamfranc at Archbishop.
Okay.
They closed down and turned into Archbishop Academy after they left, yeah. So it was like one of the worst schools. It actually was in BBC because it was one of the worst schools in London.
Accolades and that. All right, so
Not accolades. I'm so done.
tell us your story.
Your story.
Oh, yes. Okay, cool. So my journey started...
Yes?
Okay, so my journey started... Oh,
Yeah,
Okay.
Lower a bit.
okay. So my journey started when I was 7 years old. My parents divorced, and I had a very good relationship with my dad. So it was a solid relationship with him, and I saw how my mom was dealing with him, and I didn't like that. And I was like, okay, if I'm gonna get into a marriage, I need to learn ASAP how this works out. So I started asking him questions. I stepped up as an older child in order to take care of the family. And my dad then remarried, and again, my stepmom, or who I call my mom, she gave us 2 children. And those 2 people, which are my brother and my sister, were people that I took upon myself to take care of. And because of the age gap, it was easy for me to see them as my little children.
Okay, yeah.
So as time went on, I wanted to figure out how to get into this space where you can build this family unit. So I was a fan of My Wife and Kids, and
Oh, love them.
I wouldn't just watch it. I'd study it. Like I'd study Michael Cowell, I'll study Junior. How do they behave? What's the interaction? And then I'll try to replicate that in my household. And over time, it kind of like created this family unit that was united and was different from the usual African unit.
Sorry.
And
How did you replicate that in your household? Because was it all of you watching it? Was it just you watching it?
so it was me and my sister, but my parents have this thing where they stopped treating me as a child. They actually
Okay.
saw me as this third parent, where they'll actually hear out what I've got to say, what
Okay,
I've got
fair.
to do. So what they started doing is, on top of hearing me out, they started counseling other African
Okay, good.
parents.
That is
And
smart.
What
Got the
they done
knowledge.
is, I just saw how some households are like, I didn't know I should cook for my wife. And I was like, yeah, you gotta cook for her sometimes. And then I didn't know I should speak to her and communicate with her. And that's what made me realize that this is deeper than it goes. So
Yeah.
as time went on, I went outside into the real world, school, had my first heartbreak.
Don't just gloss over things, please. We want to really get to know.
Oh, you want to get to deep? Okay,
yeah,
okay.
talk about this first heartbreak. And how old were you then?
The first heartbreak.
Well, how old were you when you were counselling other households?
Oh, not me, my parents, but I was
They
like,
were counselling. They were
Yeah.
learning from you, and then basically.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sharing with the mates.
So they were sharing insights and stuff like that. So I was around 14, 13. at
First
the time.
heartbreak, yeah?
Yeah.
And this is in England now, right?
Yeah, this is in England.
And
yeah.
this is a black girl.
Black.
No, he wasn't in a relationship then. This was him and his sister watching My Wife and Kids.
No, my
No, he said
first
first
heartbreak?
heartbreak.
well, first heartbreak,
first
yeah,
heartbreak
black
now.
girl, Jamaican. Yeah.
Sorry.
You asked. You said you
You
want
asked the question, are you
specifics.
done?
Sorry.
You said you want specifics.
The crazy
You're specific now. You're saying
because I knew. Look at me. No, look at me in the face.
Iman, do you want wipes?
Because you know.
I'm seeing.
You know.
Sorry, go.
Am I lying?
No.
Exactly.
Please go.
Yeah. So first heartbreak, I couldn't get over it. Like
How old are you? Sorry.
14
Okay.
when the first heartbreak. And what happened was she picked a guy that was older, and the guy had a car. He just looked settled, and I'm just like, I don't know how old he was, to be fair, but there's no.
He was
way
an
he's
Agbaya. He's a guy that shouldn't have been there.
Yeah,
100%.
man.
He's
yeah.
just 14.
Because if
You
you
got
got
a
14
car.
and he's got a car, he's
You
settled.
know what I mean?
Sicko.
Like,
It's giving
Groomer.
literally.
Yeah. So
Yeah, don't cry for them.
So, but this is obviously because it was like my first connection. I even thought this was the girl that I was gonna give my first name to. I thought this was like the college love, like basketball and love type of situation. And so I was hooked.
Had
to
you
it.
seen Love and Basketball then?
Yeah. I was watching regularly love story. I've got like a catalogue of old movies I've watched
And-
regularly.
When you said you studied it, you had notes and whatnot for.
100%. I was
Right.
in. I was.
Did you walk
in
with them
deep.
today?
Huh?
Did you walk with these notes?
Oh hell no.
These are book of rhymes, to be honest. This is legacy you're finding out. Come on.
So, yeah, so again, when that breakup happened, I was shattered. I just decided to sort of double down on football. And I thought that was my way out. That was a way to prove everybody wrong and, take care of my family. But the pressure of trying to succeed was shattering me. And it got to a point where I had to make a decision whether I was just going to carry on persevering at this, or just kind of like step back and just dial down and focus on other things. But prior to that, what happened is I carried on trying to get to know different people. And this is one of the highlights. So I'm heading to another person's school, and obviously I'm speaking to the girl, and I wanted to surprise her and just, kind of like,
Surprise!
yeah, surprise, I'm here, let's go out to eat or something like that. This is
Yeah.
school times. And so I get there, and my football friends were like, what are you doing there? And I'm like, I'm here to see so-and-so. And he was like, her?
Sorry, I shouldn't.
I couldn't hear her. Like what?
So they're like, yeah, her. And then they were like, let's go play football. Like, forget about her, man. Let's go play football. And I was like, no, I want to see her. Like, you don't know where she is. And then I was like, I mean, she's at the chicken shop, but I don't think you want to see her. And like, so I go there, and she's with someone else. So I'm looking at her, and I call her out, and I was like, what's going on? And she looks at me, and then she looks away, and then she walks, and the guy's like, who's this guy? And I'm like, forget it, man. So she just walked off with my man, and I was like, damn. So that was my second heartbreak.
Oh, this is the second one. I thought this was the
No,
first
that-
one.
that-
No.
wasn't Jamaican.
Yes.
So this
So
one,
that wasn't what?
where was she from, Jamaica?
Or Jamaica.
Again,
Both of
Hey,
them.
you like Jamaicans?
He has a problem.
Where's your wife from?
Ghana.
Oh, okay.
I was waiting for Jamaica.
I was for Jamaica. So what's it? That's true, actually. You learned.
It's like
Twice been.
something.
So when was it?
Do you know what I'm clocking? Most
Have
of
they all been Jamaican?
No,
the girls that broke my heart were 1, 2,
3. Jamaican. It's only
3 of them are Jamaican. One of them's Ghanaian, and then one's Italian.
No Nigerians.
Wait. When you say Italian, what do you mean?
Oh no, when I was in Italy, I haven't told you about the first one.
Let's go.
Let's go back there.
Let's go
So,
there.
the first one was this. So I'm studying the girl. I'm trying to, with friends.
How old are you?
How old are you?
I was 13. I was like, this was before I left.
Okay, so this is
Come
You were
pre-London
really
13.
busy at
Yeah,
13.
yeah,
And then
wasn't
the
it?
Jamaican one was post-London 13.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So pre-London 13.
Okay.
So pre-London 13. That's where we're at. So I'm studying the girl. We're friends. We're best friends, and I was like, I need to tell her the truth, man. Like, I gotta be honest with it. So I go and approach and I was like, I think we were riding the bicycle on that day and the sun was shining and I was like, this is perfect. So I'm gonna have to tell you something. And I was like, you know what? I don't want to be a friend anymore. I actually want us to be more than friends.
Aww.
And she's like, let me think about it and get back to you.
Whilst riding the bicycle, this is the conversation.
No, this is like, obviously I've dropped her
You've
home.
stopped.
And then, so we're going
Is that
about
relevant?
different friendships. So she now comes back to me a few days after saying, I thought about it. I don't want to lose you as a friend. And I don't think we could ever be romantically, connected because I want to focus on school and whatnot.
That's fair.
At
And
13.
Fair. Yes,
So I
I
was
was
like-
focused on school at first.
Sure.
so I was like, do you know what? That's cool. No problem. Heartbroken again, but I was like, do you know what? It is what it is. At least it's not that bad. Then by the end of the month, I found out she's with someone else.
Oh.
So I'm just like, what did I do? Like, where did I go wrong? And obviously, like, we were still friends, but after that happened, because I had to move to the UK anyway, I was just like, you know what?
Yeah,
I'm
I
just
did
gonna
that.
leave it here and just call it a day.
Fair.
So yeah, that was my first heartbreak. So you have 3 so far.
She was Italian, but where were her parents originally from?
Oh no, she was like Italian.
White Italian. He wasn't white Italian.
Yeah, white Italian.
Okay,
yeah.
fair.
Say that.
Were they racist? Were family racist?
No.
Okay.
She just doesn't like him.
Huh?
She just didn't like you.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
that.
fair.
Yeah.
Okay, so the third one then, how old were you then when that happened?
Third one, 15, 16.
Okay.
Yeah.
The guy that she basically actually liked, was he Italian?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, fair.
Yeah. So.
Okay, so the third one.
Bella.
Third one was the one where she walked away with the new guy.
Yeah, the
Okay.
chicken chop.
Yeah.
Yeah. The
Second
fourth,
Jamaican.
the fourth one. Which one? 1, 2, 3. Oh, there was another one.
No, go on, babe. Blow your nose.
Do quickly.
Because she's trying to be quiet, but how do you blow your nose quietly?
Yeah. Okay. So fourth one, I'm traveling to Nigeria.
Do you want to blow your nose?
Someone's gonna help her?
Well,
Should
Dad's here.
No, it's because she looks like she wants to cry.
Because you're right behind it. You didn't move.
Because I'm interviewing the guest.
Clearly.
All right. Cool. So
Engrossed. How do you say that in Italian?
Ita- ooh.
Grazie.
in grazie.
No,
Sorry,
engrossed,
sorry,
like you're
engrossed in
engrossed in a
Italian.
story, engrossed in
Oh, so
something.
interessato.
Interessato.
Hey, well, damn. Okay.
Okay.
I'm awake.
For you. Bella. Go.
Yeah. So, fourth one, I traveled to Nigeria with the family, and prior to
Nigeria.
prior to that, we're talking again, and
This is the Ghanaian.
this is Jamaican.
Hey, again.
Yeah.
Okay,
So we
third
got
Jamaican, yeah.
3 Jamaicans.
Where'd you
one
find
Italian,
them?
one Ghanaian. Huh?
Did you find
South
them?
London.
Where did you
I was gonna say,
find
there's
them?
there's a big Jamaican community in South London,
They
though.
just bunks into them?
Huh?
I don't understand. In a row?
Yeah, sometimes it happens
That's
like that.
normal.
Serious?
I feel like there's a big Jamaican community in South London, no?
There is.
I'm not surprised.
You've lived in South for a while,
for
innit?
example,
Yeah.
Do you
if
just
were in
bump into
Peckham
Jamaicans like that?
and there was loads and you dated only Nigerian girls. There's a lot of Nigerians in Peckham, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
feel like it's
sorry,
normal.
go on.
How do you say, where do you meet them?
So,
Go on.
so I mean, so I'm in sixth form at the time. So I traveled to Nigeria because my uncle passed away. So what happened was I was talking to her and we were getting to know each other, but I had emotions for her, but she didn't. So when I left and came back, I found out that she's with my friend.
Do you know, I realised it's because you're Italian that you're a lover boy.
The Italians, Italians
you're
can
going-
love.
No, like, I'm just thinking
Like,
about
Italians
it now.
can love.
Nigerian.
No, it's not.
No, but the thing,
no,
Italian
no.
though.
Mario, can you hear what they're saying?
Yeah, I thought it was the Italian thing though.
See?
Emmanuel said,
Oh,
yeah,
so
it was
you're-
an Italian thing.
So
It's 'cause-
Nigerians
sorry,
are...
it's
No,
only
Nigerian
because-
can, no,
It's
don't
only
get
because I'm
twisted.
thinking about it and like I'm just like not because you're not obviously you're not from London, innit?
Yeah.
So like I'm like nah, it's because and
Yeah.
then you know what it's giving me flashbacks of the obviously they're not Italian, they're Spanish, but you know what we're talking about?
Is that what you thought you were doing with me all the time?
What?
You thought we were sharing a...
No, I'm just saying now it's just come to my head.
Who did it remind you of?
He doesn't remind me of him, but it reminds me of how you know how we're saying like Spanish people are very like romantic and very big on love.
Por favor.
Montoya!
Yes, that's it. That's what I'm thinking of.
Por favor.
Nah, that.
Bigger Montoya than
Sorry. So,
Sorry.
No.
third Jamaican, and she basically left you for Her friend.
Yeah,
Your friend.
With my friend. Yeah.
Your
So-
friend?
Best friend.
Yeah. No, not best friend, but obviously
Did you know you liked her?
he knew, but at the same time, it was a thing where she didn't claim me. So he was like, well, it's up for grabs type of thing.
Oh, so she wasn't your girlfriend?
No.
So
But they liked each
I just
other.
had
You're
emotions
using
for her.
titles very loosely.
Huh?
What?
What?
Nothing.
She didn't say, he never said it was a girlfriend there.
No, I never said.
said
yeah.
no, he said
I
he had
it was
emotions for
I
her.
had the emotions for her.
Oh, so you're having heartbreaks with girls that you're not even.
Yeah, 100%.
This is why I'm saying it's because he's Italian.
Yeah,
You must be.
Yeah, because I'm
do
envisioning
that.
the whole picture.
Sorry.
I'm envisioning the whole picture. Like I'm thinking, yeah, this is it.
You're
She's
forward
pretty.
thinking.
Exactly. So I'm thinking, yeah, this is it. So when that happened, I was like, do you know what? I think that one there it stung because I'm seeing him every day, and then she's with him after school. And I
Were you
was like,
friends
"Do
with
you
him
know
after that?
what?" We kind of like, we're cool, but I
Yeah.
wouldn't say like. Once he done that, I was like, I can't.
How did
keep
you find out
around
about that
me.
even? So did he tell you? Did
Yeah,
either
yeah,
of them? Okay, he
yeah,
told you.
Yeah.
I get some
And
respect
during
for that.
these years, you could speak 5 languages, right?
Yeah.
So is this how you're getting them in?
No.
Oh,
I was
a
just
face
kind.
card.
I was just like this nice, good
Oh, just
guy
kind,
kid.
okay, yeah.
Yeah.
This lovely guy.
I was just laid back.
That's
You
right,
see UK women, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he's about to let us know he started becoming an.
Yeah.
It's true.
an
Let
animal
me let
and-
you
So
cook.
we're now at the 4th. Move on to the 5th. The 5th one was a 2-year relationship.
Yeah.
With
This
a
was
Ghanaian.
real.
Was this in
So this is real, yeah. So
uni now? Or
no,
still sixth
I
form?
didn't go uni. This is well, this meant to be uni times, but I was
Okay.
decided to be an estate agent instead.
Okay. nice.
Okay.
So during COVID, so she's first of all we met, we were kind of together, but then she moved back to Birmingham, and when that happened, we was like, okay, cool, you're moving back to Birmingham, but the plan is for you to come back so that we can live together. So as time went on, that became 1 year to 2 years to 2 years and a half, and COVID hit, and things were happening in between. But what happened was, I realized there and then that I was putting in more work than she was.
Oh, fair.
In this
So-
long distance relationship.
Yeah. So
Okay.
it's like sometimes she wouldn't pick up the calls, and sometimes I'm double texting. I'm like, "Do you not see the previous message? Like, what's going on? Is everything
Yeah.
okay?" And there was a time where I had a car accident, and then I tried to call her to let her know this is what happened, but I'm safe. And then my manager picked up before me, and he was like, "Have you told your missus this happened?" I was like, "Yeah, but she's not picking up." And that made me think. I was like, "Hold on a minute. So if this is my next of kin,
I can't even. Yeah.
lost.
Yeah.
Like,
They can't even tell you that I need help.
do you know what I'm saying? Because
That
what
doesn't
happens-
mean anything.
what if
It does.
my kid is in danger?
Sorry.
Yes.
I don't want to sound a bit rude.
Go on.
right? You said that you'd called when it is that you had an accident,
Mm-hmm.
and your manager picked up before she picked up, right?
Yes, I called both. So I called her.
Yeah. So in my head, you tried her,
Yeah.
and she didn't pick up, but
Mm-hmm.
your manager picked up. Did you call just seconds after you called her?
I'm calling I'm letting everybody know as it's happening type of thing.
So
it's not
within
like-
minutes?
Yeah.
All right. So that's what I'm saying. That doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, but then she
Oh,
also
no,
has a track
that's
history of
'cause-
never picking up calls anyway and returning them.
Yeah, it's the track history.
So it's like
I hear that, but in that isolated incident, you can't read into that too tough, surely.
you must.
No, I think it's because of the paddock.
Someone could call me right now, I'm not answering the phone.
Yeah, no,
Yeah, but
that's
if you have a
fair,
pattern of
but
never picking
if
up-
so for instance, someone calls you right now or texts you and says SOS, emergency.
Is that what you did?
Yes.
Jesus Christ.
I love you, Lord.
Did you see
Jesus
it
out of
red?
it.
Yeah. No, not red. She didn't acknowledge it until midday, like 3-4 hours after that. So that's when I
I could've
said
been
No,
dead
no,
and
no,
gone.
don't do that part. Because in the moment, it wasn't 3 or 4
No,
hours
but it
afterwards.
wasn't at the moment that I realized.
So in the moment, she could have been in the toilet. In the moment, she could have been.
So 3-4
So she's
hours.
here
so
for
you've been
3
on
or
the
4
toilet for
hours.
3-4
She's
hours.
just
Don't go there yet. In the moment
No,
that she
in
didn't pick
the
up.
moment, yeah, I get what you mean. Obviously,
Yeah.
if someone's texted me or called me and I haven't seen it, and your manager, you've called your manager, it's not fair to say, "Oh, my manager's
that's
more
all I'm speaking
responsive
to.
than you."
That's all I'm
because
speaking to.
At that point, I probably haven't seen it.
Yeah.
But 3-4 hours later,
That
you're
I can-
you're
yes.
taking them in.
That-
Yeah, but
That's
then
all-
he's saying that when he spoke to his manager, have you contacted blah blah? In that moment, he's also deep in. Oh
It's
yeah, I
when the
sent you an
penny dropped.
SOS. I've called you. I've had nothing back. Yeah, I get it's been 10 minutes, but bro,
It is highly possible for somebody to send you an SOS and you not see it because you're reading headlines.
but you know, I understand that.
Or
But the
doing
thing
good
is, when
on
you
the
got a
roads,
track record of me
I
never being able to reach
understand
you.
that after the fact.
No,
right?
but it's not after the fact though, because it contributes to why in this moment I've had an accident. I'm going to feel the way I feel because it's like, oh my gosh, I can never get through to you. If it's a thing where you always pick up or whatever, I'm not going to think when you don't pick. I'm not going to think I can never get through to you because I typically do. So you must be occupied. But in this moment, where I've tried to ring you again, but you have a history of never returning my calls or anything like that, of course I'm going to be triggered by the fact that this is a pattern for you. And so 3-4 hours later, I'm going to think, wow, you are very unreliable. We see it differently.
I hear you've got a point.
No, I
You've
don't.
got-
Oh.
Okay.
I have the points. Go. Go.
Do you want to watch the show with her? You're acting like you're the same age group.
I'm done.
Yeah. So what happened was, so after that time, I started I just started looking at I stepped out of the situation. I was like,
pattern.
let me
Yeah.
just look at it analytically. What's going on here? Can this person be an actual long-term partner?
Yeah.
And I saw that I was putting in more effort than she was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that led me into a space where I was like, wait, hold on a minute. So if I was to step back,
Yeah.
what would happen?
Nothing.
The relationship
Not a
would
damn
just,
thing.
like,
Life will continue.
you know what I'm saying? Because when you live apart, whenever there's gatherings, like you're not coming, I can't make it, I don't want to come, blah,
You
blah,
didn't even
blah.
notice.
So I'm just like,
Yeah.
okay, cool. Do you know what? Let's call it a day, and I wish you the best. And then when I done that, she was like, I'm sorry for taking you for granted. I understand now because I always thought that you was gonna be there. So
Yeah.
because of that, I genuinely just
Go
relaxed.
by.
So when that happened, I went dark because
As in, you turned into.
yeah, I went
The
dark.
F-boy.
As in, yeah.
All right, then.
Are you right? Now you want to end this chat? You're ridiculous.
Nah, wait.
I'm
Now
not
he's-
going
now
to
you're
joking.
Now you're waiting.
Can you imagine that? Now we're talking. Let's do it.
realize?
He just sat there waiting for him. Give it to them. Waiting.
Give it to them.
You know, so mad. I don't think this is what you should have said to F-boy. This is the thing. I don't think this is what. I don't think he was up to that for this one.
No.
The other ones is where he should have been.
No,
But
for
that's why
real.
you can't control people's reactions.
Yeah.
But fair.
Yeah, but
go and you
I
crack.
think it was just the pilot.
Literally
I was
crack.
just
You
like,
literally cracked.
yeah.
Enough.
And what to make it worse, what happened during that period as well is I was going for a promotion, and they said to me, "Do you know what? I know you hit the targets, but there's something you've missed. So this record here you've missed." And I was like, "It's COVID. There was COVID happened. I can't hit everything, but you can see I'm putting in the work." And then they were like, "Yeah, do you know what? Let's rediscuss this in December." And this is the same company where I came in with my wisdom tooth coming out because my manager was dealing with a bereavement. I was like, do you know what? Everyone's taking a piss. It's enough. I'm
Everyone was done.
I'm done.
The work, personal relationship, friends, everybody
I
done.
was- So when that happened, it's like I just went on a different route. I was like speaking to girls, but I wasn't interested. And then this is when everybody just started coming at me, and I was like, I don't care about you people. Like, I just don't. There's nothing in me left. And I guess when I got into that space, my sister was the one that was like, "You've gone so cold that I don't know how you're gonna come back. Like, how are you gonna do that? Like, you don't have emotions anymore. Like, you're just this cold person."
Yeah, you know.
Like, I became a branch manager in the space of like 6 months because I basically told my company, I'm only coming back if you treat me properly. And they was like, do you know what? We're sorry. You actually should have been a branch manager a long time. This is your promotion. I was like, wow, so this actually
See,
works.
works.
So from then
Wicked
onwards,
works.
So from them onwards, I was like, do you know what? I'm done caring. I don't give a toss about anything. And I just got into a space where, because I started attracting so many women, it was like, what was it?
see what I mean? That you attracted them because they liked that bad, horrible energy you were given.
Yeah.
See how no one likes your energy when you was a nice guy.
Yeah. So when I was the nice guy, no
are
one
broken
liked
people.
it, and it was like, what is it? Like so that's when I started to understand. Okay, because
Did
it's
you have
not
your
that they
bed
like
then?
bad, huh?
Did your bed come in then?
What bed?
Your bed. Was it in
Did you have a beard?
full swing then?
It wasn't.
And your
it
locks?
was there. Locks. I started growing my locks.
Ah.
Yeah. So I had the afro. When I went dark, I decided to grow my hair.
There we go.
Because my missus didn't
Samson.
like my ex, not my missus. God forbid.
Sorry.
Yeah, God forbid.
The
Amen.
one that turns you dark, where was she from?
Ghana.
Oh.
Yes. And she didn't like long hair. So
Oh, is it?
to make sure I just burned
That
that
was
bridge.
your.
I was like, yeah,
well,
I'm
growing
gonna
my
like
hair
a
out.
girl getting a tattoo or.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
yours got
I
hair
got
on.
tattoos as well. Yeah. I
Oh, you got tattoos too.
Yeah, during that period. Got tattoos, got my earrings. I just went dark.
So, who did you study to then turn into a bad boy?
So
You know?
I kind of like, because I went so
Fundamental.
dark, I was like, I need to slow down. So I started reading books from like The Way of a Superior Man, Marriage's books, Marriage.
Stop. Just before you started to educate
In your
yourself.
in your Darkness.
In your Dark
You
Vader
mirrored-
season.
My wife and kids.
Oh no, that was Batman. I went. That was That was all. That was Bane. Like I'm. It was a mixture of Batman and Bane. Like I'm watching
I
the movies.
knew I was gonna pull it out to you. So, sorry, Mino.
Man, don't
normally
care.
like sit-
Carry
yeah,
on.
yeah,
No,
yeah.
carry on.
That's not it. So you studied Bane for that? the
Yeah,
Dark Arts.
Bane,
Okay.
Batman. Yeah, I was
Notes
like,
and everything. You made sure and take
not notes, not notes, but it was more like I was just watching and kind of like,
Mannerisms and stuff like that.
yeah,
So you've
it's
even
like I was
changed how it
embracing
is that
the
you
behavior.
basically like took down notes. You
You
went
doing his head?
cerebral now, right?
Yeah, it's
Hands free.
Yeah, so I went gym as well. So I had 2 sessions a day.
Two?
Yeah.
He went playing.
Cleaner levels, yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
I said tats.
Yeah.
Lots.
So complete
180.
revamp. Yeah.
90.
And then, yeah, I got to a place where I was like, do you know what? I'm going to create a bucket list. And if I hit this bucket list, then I'm going to have to create a second version of that or something. So when I hit that bucket list, I was like, damn, this actually worked. I can't believe this.
Explain the bucket list to me.
What do you mean?
Yeah, I don't
What's
know.
the bucket list?
Okay.
Yeah.
So the bucket list was like different, things to do, like party
Like-
holidays and...
Okay. So it's the bad boy star pack.
Yes,
Okay.
that. Yeah.
So
Where did
travel.
you go? Ayanapa.
Travel. No, I went to Ibiza twice.
That's a tour.
I was supposed to go to Dominican Republic as well and Tulum, but that's when my missus interjected.
Thanks for calling you.
What did you do it?
Yeah.
Hallelujah.
Yeah,
So, other than traveling, what else was on your bucket list? What did you want to tick off?
I know he doesn't want to say it. That's why.
Was there whole face on there?
When you asked him, I saw his little
said-
quiver. Like, oh
Did I
dear.
do? He said,
Yeah.
What do you mean?
How many women were
So,
on that
okay,
list?
cool. So, all right.
Was
cool.
there whole face on there?
Yeah, it was like a brutal whole phase, like every week.
You're a Christian now, isn't it?
Yeah.
So all things have passed away.
Yeah. All things are
Okay.
passed away.
Amen.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
I got bored, and obviously there's a kid here, so I'm not gonna.
She doesn't understand English. You could continue speaking English. If you started speaking Italian, she would know. She's fluent too. Well, go on.
So yeah, the bucket list was just like the whole phase, like different things that.
What was the
I wanted to
number?
achieve. Huh?
Did you have a number on there? You weren't specific?
It was just things to do. Like it was like a to-do list. Like do this with women.
Go. Be specific.
So we headphones on with kids.
Threesomes.
All right.
Sex
All that kind of
parties.
stuff.
Yeah,
Alright.
it's it's in the past, isn't it?
Yeah. So like threesome sex parties.
Yep.
Also, I explored. I was like an
Yeah.
explorer.
Okay, fair.
Yeah. So
And this friends?
what do you mean?
Choo choo.
Oh no.
What?
Not train.
No,
She
not
said it.
train. No,
That's nasty.
no, 2 women. No, not what? What do you mean?
That makes it nasty.
Please, what's the difference between a train and a threesome, my dear?
Okay.
Potato, potato.
Okay, I said, oh, that's
six parties.
Oh my god.
That's the worst thing ever, right?
Yeah.
Jumble.
So things like that, things of that nature.
Yeah.
Okay, fair.
Yeah.
And then
Why are you looking at your watch for? You came late.
No. It's I got a text message.
okay, so you did all of that stuff, and then then what happened after that?
I got bored. I got into a place
Okay.
where it was like,
What age was this, by the way? You did all this.
this was 23, 24.
Okay,
Yeah, 23, 24, I think. Yeah.
sounds
So
about right.
I got bored, and then
Sounds about right.
it just got into a place where I just wanted to start looking at opening up again.
Okay.
But at the same time, I couldn't do it. Like I was too. It's like I'd gone to this
Emotionally
extreme.
defensive,
Yeah.
yeah.
So when girls were like, "What happened to you? What changed?" And then I was like, "I cannot tell you this. Like but what I would say is, I don't care enough to tell you this. Like we can just talk about something else."
Fair.
And then that will kind of keep them for a while, but not for too long. And they'll get to a space where they had to pick their
The
best
sanity.
interest and then just
Yeah.
like just call
Was
it a
this
day.
the time period where your sister then asked you as well about it? Okay.
Yeah, because obviously me and my sister have a close relationship because we kind of like took care of our little siblings together.
Yeah.
And we kind of talk about these things quite often as
Oh,
well.
nice.
So she was like, you need to open up. Like you need to be able to find the space to be vulnerable again. And I was like, I can't do it. It's just not happening. Like I just can't see myself doing that.
Yeah.
So I messaged my wife, my current wife now.
Yeah.
At the time, she was with someone else. And when I messaged her, she now said, no, I'm not interested. I'm in a relationship. And I was like, that's cool, no problem.
I love how God works, man. So,
And then 6-7 months after, my friend was leaving to Ghana permanently. And we were like, I was like, you know what? I know that she's close with him. So let me reach out to her again and see if we can work something out for
your
him.
wife?
Yeah.
Okay, so to plan something for your friend going away.
Yeah.
Oh,
So when I
nice.
reached out, she was single. And then I was like, you
You're
know
trying to
what?
plan a party and her singleness comes up.
It's weird. It's like, because obviously she was like, I think she was more, you can sense she was a bit more
Okay,
open.
she was a bit more open to have a conversation
Yeah,
this time.
so I was just like,
yeah.
okay, cool. So let's have a conversation then. So we hopped on FaceTime, and then I had it was in my bedroom, so I had a poster of Vegeta at the back of my Dragon Ball Z at the back of my thing, and she was like, "Is that Vegeta?" I was like, "No way, this girl knows about it." So as we started talking more and more, we clocked that there was a lot of things in common, and eventually just got into a space where I was like, "Do you know what? Let me try and open up." And then when I did that, she was like, "I know you haven't done this before," and I was like, "I know," and she was like, "I love that. Thank you for sharing that with me." And from there, we just kind of like bonded. And
beautiful.
within like 2 weeks, I was like, you know what? This is it. I'm done.
This is
Like,
why.
I don't see myself doing this anymore, like being vulnerable again. So we became boyfriend and girlfriend. And I lost my job by the time as well. So what happened was I just had to be honest with her. I was like, listen, this is my situation. It sucks, I know, but if you want to walk away, because I kind of learned how to be just vulnerable and independent. Like, I didn't care. I was like, look, this is what's happening. You can take it or leave it. I'm cool with it. And she was like, again, I appreciate the fact that you're consistent and transparent.
Yeah.
And because of that, she was like, she stuck around. And then I got into a business venture. It took off. It was logistics.
Nice.
And we started traveling. And when we started traveling, it was like back to back. So it was like Italy. After Italy, it was her birthday, so we went to Bali for her birthday. And as we were connecting and going to these places, I realized that I need to find something to do online. And that's when the idea of not just consultancy, but also an e-commerce brand came up. So I actually launched my hair product because obviously, as I was growing up, I actually struggled with my beard to grow. And as you guys can see why, it was a lot of rejection. So I was like, I needed this to come. So I kind of got into like deep research into like what oils to use. Like
You use your beard to get babes?
yeah, 100%.
It works.
That's
Yeah.
what you're advising people when they come
Well,
to you?
100%. You need. No, I wouldn't say
it's
it's not.
I want to. Yeah. To be honest,
It's
I'm
not for
jumping.
everyone. It's not for everyone. Don't get me wrong.
Wild. Go on.
It's
What did you say?
What?
What did you say?
That's wild.
What's wild?
What?
Going for your beard. It's part of the attractiveness.
Yeah, but it's
though.
playing
It's
to,
like going
it's
to the
playing to your
gym.
strengths, though.
Yeah.
It's
For those who basically can't grow beards.
no.
then
Not
they
everyone
got no.
needs it.
They lean on other
If you can't grow a beard, then you got to find another strength.
beard is not the
Crazy how
strength.
beard is a strength.
No, because I mean, you're not
so
gonna
you're so basic.
No, but it's a strength of attractiveness.
It
though.
is.
actually
The same
attractiveness.
way
I'm
for
aware.
women, a strength of
I'm
attractiveness
aware
is
how
having a big
you'll
bum.
carry on when it is that you'll see a beard. I'm aware.
But have you seen the way, the
They
way
say
men
carry
carry
on.
on when they see a girl with a big bum or a nice figure?
It's the same?
Yes.
Yeah, of course it is.
It's the same. Don't do your face like that. It is the same.
I'm saying. It is.
Is it really?
All
The
right.
girls that get it.
Put it this way, I see the beard as a man's makeup.
No, because if a guy shaves his beard off, I'll be honest, now
Yeah.
like
So, have you seen
Now
Burna
like a
Boy with
thumb.
his head shaved off?
With his beard shade off. Don't you remember that discussion? I was even
It's
part
a
of
big
that
thing,
discussion.
yeah.
I was
Yeah.
livid.
Yeah, but I mean, he can't put
I'm
it
sorry.
back the next day.
what with the beard. That's why you don't
Yeah,
shave it
but
off.
The comparison to the makeup, that's wild. It's wild.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh,
but
no, but it's like
One's
obviously
natural,
it's a
right?
natural. It's natural,
we
of
did
course,
this
but it's
conversation,
like
actually.
it's the same enhancement. So it
It's not the same.
kind of-
It enhances.
it enhances someone's features.
So wild.
If a guy shaves his beard off, he goes from looking like Maurice Chestnut to look like a thumb. Okay, it's a big difference. I don't know if it's not like makeup in the way makeup is used, like can be used daily and all that kind of stuff, but it can change the way you look. It will change the way you look.
Does Morris Chestnut even have a beard?
No, he doesn't have to.
Who?
I'm not gonna lie, you see that man, he has been fine since the day I was put on this earth. He has.
He and his wife hit 28
is
years. Big up
consistent.
them.
Am I lying? With
28
hair,
years.
without hair.
Wait.
What's her man?
Ed, do you think I can't grow a beard? I cut mine daily. I want to keep the girls off me. What?
Sorry, Thompson.
Talk your
I said I
things.
got mine daily.
Talk your things.
I'm even looking dirty right now, bro.
Hello.
It's coming in. I want to take it off.
Samson.
Anywho, sorry. Continue.
So yeah,
Ridiculous.
what was that? So e-commerce brand and the consultancy. That's when it kicked off, and then because guys were coming to me because they were like, "You transformed again. How did you do it? Like, how did you find? How did you finally open up? Because I'm at that space where I've been with my girl for 6 years. What do? I don't like what she does. Like, why is it that it bugs me so much?" And I was like, "Have you tried this method, which is just pointing fingers at yourself before pointing fingers at her?" And she was like, "No, I haven't, And then he got engaged. And then there's other guys that came to me and was like, "I'm going for a breakup, bro. I need."
So he got engaged after he basically held the mirror up to himself?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Because it was like without going into much detail, because obviously NDAs, but
NDAs?
yeah,
but
I
like,
can't-
client
there's some
privilege.
people I
Privilege,
can't-
isn't it?
Yeah.
Wait.
I
She
don't
asked you
like it.
before, how do you have you got accreditation? And you said, no, I'm just married. So how are you putting
No,
legal
that's-
paperwork in front of people saying
No, it depends on the
this
clients.
is bound by so
Yeah, so it depends on the clients. So there's some clients that will want this to be kept private because they just don't want that to be out there.
business
And
out
there's some
there.
people that are happy for me to use them as leverage to sort of say, "Hey, this is what I've done for so and so."
I
So
mean,
it depends on I ask them, "Do you want this to be? Or are you happy?"
so I have a question because this is interesting. So if I wake up tomorrow and say I want to be a dating expert, and I download a template for an NDA, the court can now observe this particular paperwork if it is its signed.
What do you mean? Yeah.
What's your question? What do you mean?
Serious?
Yeah, but it's like contracts,
Yeah.
though. Like, you don't have to
I
be a
thought you
contract.
needed to have a job that is actually accredited for that to even be a thing.
Nah.
Oh,
What job
cool.
did he have? Aquafair does have a job.
No,
Does.
you just need clients. If someone's
Yeah.
paying you, you're good.
It's like two normal people can have a contract between themselves,
Yeah.
and the court can recognize it because of the wording and all that kind of stuff. And yeah, but they don't have to be a
Yeah.
contract lawyer to have it.
Beautiful.
Yeah, like even
Don't start giving
construction
me
workers,
NDAs.
for instance.
Look, I'm
Don't,
guess
no.
Even
tips
construction
for
I ain't
workers,
signing
for
shit.
instance, a lot of times it's just communication.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not.
All right, cool. So they've signed NDAs, so you can't share any of the things that.
No.
All right, cool.
But cut the long story short, they went from this place to a place where they understand each other.
Yes.
And that's what led me to going into much deeper space where I was like, okay, before I point fingers at my woman, am I the great leader that I want to be? And as much as I want to blame her, I need to blame myself for not leading the ship how I want it to go. And because I'm doing that, I can't even like imagine as a leader you're saying to your comrades, "Hey guys, why are you not doing what it's because we can't listen to you."
So you told them to lead by example.
Yeah, exactly that.
Without basically sharing intimate details, can you give examples as to what this leadership would look like and they weren't doing this?
I can talk about what I do, for instance, right? So I went into a space where I transformed myself again. So I ended up reading 120 books at the end of the year, and my wife was reading a lot less than that, maybe like 1 or 2 books.
Oh, yeah?
At first, yeah. So
Okay.
at first I was like, why are you not catching up to this? Why is it that why are you not?
Step back a bit.
120.
Step back a bit.
Yes.
Sorry.
So when
catching
you
up?
said I do, when she said I do, in the vowels where you need to basically read the same level.
same level
as
as
me.
No. This is what I'm saying is like I'm giving myself an example, but that's because let me make it clear. So there's some guys that I've spoken to
Yeah.
that struggle with the fact that they are at this level
Okay, they're
of
partners matching the plan.
self-improvement and looking out for themselves, and then the woman's like behind and they feel like I'm trying to pull her forward, but she's not.
So you
cooperating.
So you are
So I
linking
use my
this to
case as
self development, self improvement, reading books.
Yeah.
So it's particular books you're talking about, not just fiction.
Oh no, these are all business, self-improvement,
Okay,
like
cool.
proper.
And
mind
you're reading
books.
120, and she's only reading 1 or 2. And
1 or 2.
You basically think that means that you are far
Above her, yeah.
Yeah,
with the
exactly.
self-improvement than she is.
And
But
then
then you're saying that this is an example of what the issues some of the clients were having, basically.
yes,
Yeah.
in
So
fact,
not you
very
personally.
very popular. Well,
no, he did use.
I
himself.
used myself
Yeah.
an example.
Okay, that
because
was one of your things as well.
Yeah. So
Oh, okay.
when I was going through it, I was like, well, obviously when I got to like maybe 30 books, 20 books, and I was like, why is she not catching up? And then what I realized is that she's not catching up because you're a crap leader. You're not leading by example. You're reading all these things,
Yeah.
but you're not actually showing her by example that this is what you need to be doing. And then as time went on, I started to realize that as a leader, you're only responsible for your growth. Whatever anybody else does that
Okay.
you can't control, it's completely not up to you.
And is that okay? Okay.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay, yeah,
You're in charge of your growth. But
Okay, yeah, makes sense.
And what I say to them is, listen, before you look at your partner as someone that should catch up to you, allegedly, how long did it take you to get to this space?
Okay, yeah. Where's the same grace? You're not giving them the same grace as it took you to do your journey.
Exactly. So, yeah.
All right, so I'm loving this so far. Good morning, Sally. You all have something in common.
Good morning, good morning, good morning.
Good morning, Sally. Do you know this guy?
We know each other well.
Interesting.
Do you know Saleh? Because you quiet.
I can recognize the voice, but I
All
don't
right.
think it's Sally.
Can you tell me?
Yeah,
right?
it's
Where
the
you know
same
each other
person
from?
It's the same person that messaged you yesterday and you haven't responded yet. That's exactly who it is, McDowell.
I can.
Not a day
been
in
busy,
the
man.
headlights. He's busy.
No,
Do you know what? In my defense, I went to sleep at 3 a.m. last night, so bear with me. I will come back to everyone today.
I don't think he needs your
No,
help.
it's
Sally
so
one
good,
thing.
bro.
Sally is not somebody who
not
asks for
Sally?
help. So, how do you all know each other?
I think he's my mentor.
There we go.
Saleh's your mentor.
Yeah.
So he's like, anyway,
It's not Sally.
Oh,
but-
you
yeah.
he's your mentee.
No, he's my mentor.
For what?
I coach
he
I coach
helps
McDowell on
me
the
coach
keto
him.
diet.
You should have led with that.
all right,
Sorry?
right.
No, wait, sorry.
Wait.
You coach
Yes,
him on
I'm
what?
coaching him on his diet. On his
He
diet.
taught him all he knows
fitness.
about eating.
Oh.
Listen.
Life.
Listen.
Don't do that.
Oh, Sally. Oh,
No,
snap.
don't do that. Don't do that.
No, he didn't realize who you were talking about.
I
until
thought it
now.
was someone else.
That's
Sally,
crazy.
yeah.
That's crazy.
Keto. Yes.
Wait.
That's what
Let me
we
cook.
don't
Let me cook. Y'all have something else in common.
What is it?
Public speaking, I'm Baron.
Yeah, I know him. It's Sally. Yeah. He does the keto stuff. He's like,
Yeah.
I don't care what keto stuff.
okay.
What is it? Brent, say it.
Wait,
Yo.
Brent, what are you hinting at?
Wait a minute.
Are
Let me
you sure,
talk.
Sally?
Go on.
It's your boy.
So you have learned how to speak publicly, right?
Yes.
How?
Mentorship.
Did you go to any classes?
Yeah.
Is there a particular program that both of you all have been under?
Yes.
Who?
Baron and Cole.
So you've been through the same program, right?
With Baron.
Baron Cole.
Bianca Miller, right?
Bianca Miller, yeah.
Who, me?
Yes. You?
Brent, are you asking me?
Yes, you, sir.
Oh no, I work for Byron.
I'm aware.
Yes.
Yeah. Did you ever kind of go to any of their courses or programs?
Oh
or what?
yeah.
All
That's
right, cool.
what
So that's the thing that you have in common. I just found it very, very interesting that both of you all kind of have similar traits, and you've been through the same type of programming. Yeah. But anyway, that was my.
Well, are
side.
you trying to compliment McDowell?
If you say so. All right. So you've called in. What did you want to tell him?
Yeah, what do you want to tell me? I'll
Well,
respond
first
to
of
your
all,
message.
I wanted to say yes. The message. I believe today is the 14th of February.
It's Valentine's, bro. I need to cook. It's not happening, bro, to be honest.
No, but I remember. I think you said that there was a bet that we that today was the deadline for.
What?
Can you all talk about it in your
There was
spare
a-
time? This is
Yeah.
serious.
Well, this is the
He said he
only
would text you
It's the only
back.
time he's listening to him.
No, he said he would text you back. Byron.
He double texted. This is a double text.
Saleh, he'll text you back.
This is a double text. Come on.
Yeah, I'm sure he will reply when he. at his convenient
Perseverance.
time.
Don't you teach that in your dating course?
What, perseverance?
Yeah, man.
Absolutely not.
No. Facts.
I really want to get to these stages. You're like, nope, don't persevere. That's crazy.
Yeah,
That's
nah.
crazy. All right, cool.
Yeah.
Anything else, Saleh, before we let him continue talking because you interrupted him?
No. I just wanted to say that I missed hearing his voice, man, and I wanted to hear the answers to my questions. And I
I'll
also
respond,
want
bro.
to point out that to everyone, see, when you're being coached by me, there's no way you can hide.
Don't you dare do it.
You can't hide.
Can you imagine
Because
that?
we
I will
are
follow
kicked
you
us
to
off.
your job.
I chase results and I use methods that get results.
Oh,
so there's no way you
okay.
will find hide that will find you.
Listen here. We only allow one fitness
Keto
person
Kang.
on this platform is Gina. So no other ads allowed. Bye, Saleh. Thanks,
So
babes.
listen, everyone.
Have a
But
great
everyone,
day.
have a fantastic day.
Thank you very much.
You too, and have a fantastic day.
Sorry,
Did
man.
he tell you guys in your sessions have a fantastic day?
He said, "Good morning, everyone. What's the plan for today? What's everybody eating?"
Look how you said it.
And that's how he talks.
Yeah.
That's literally how he talks.
Yeah.
You send a voice note.
Nah, no voice notes. But if
You
you
really
if
live
you don't
voice.
if you got like a week to respond with a picture of your food.
Yeah.
And if you don't,
You go,
go, hello, what's going on? What happened this week, bro?
you know. Big up Saleh and what he does. Man. He's on job. Can't hide from the man. Okay.
Yeah.
So where were we with your story now?
Clients,
Yes.
engagements. Yes. So yeah, some of them got engaged. Some of them overcame their heartbreaks, and some of them are getting married this year. So
Nice.
my thing is, as I sort of embodied this journey, what I started to realize is that I've kind of always been on it, but it didn't make sense to me at the time.
Yeah.
Because when I was an estate agent, for instance, I managed to turn someone that failed probation into a branch manager in the space of a year. And I was like, how am I able to do that? And then obviously I've turned myself into branch manager in 3 years. But that was obviously after the change.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I realized that I was able to still have some sort of part of me that cared about people. I did not mention this, but I should have. I was like a heavy Christian. Like I was bus preaching every single day.
When you were in Ibiza and
No.
No. What's a bus preacher?
This was in sixth form times. This was sixth form
What's
college
a bus
times.
preacher?
Or you just hop on the bus and start
What,
preaching.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Bus.
So it was before you went to
For
Tulum.
the Lord.
Yeah, this was before.
So
I
you
was
were into.
So you were just doing a lot of evangelism.
Evangelizing, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
So I was
nice.
like a heavy evangelist, yeah.
And then when it is that you started doing your whole phase, you stopped going to church.
Oh no, I stopped way before that.
All right.
Yeah, I
okay.
got church hurt as well.
Oh.
How is it?
Yeah.
And that's healed now?
Yeah.
Can
Thank
you
God.
explain what that means?
When you feel like you're betrayed by the place that represents God, it's like you've been. It's like you went in there with this expectation and you
Yeah,
came out and it was
Fair, but
something
what
completely
happened?
different.
What did the betrayal look like?
It was different occasions, but more it was like people saying they were gonna do stuff and then it's something completely opposite. Or when I needed help, no one coming to
Did you
aid
call
me,
the
but-
pastor when it is that you had the accident as well?
So I had another. So this is another occasion. So what happened was I had a.
Don't mind
No,
that.
no,
Don't
no.
mind
It's
that.
like
Sorry. Okay.
Sorry.
Cool. So I had a instance with the police where they stopped my vehicle because they were under the impression I didn't have insurance,
Yes.
which
Okay.
I didn't at the time, but I didn't know that. So
Wait,
when
so you didn't?
no, I didn't know that.
Okay.
So because I paid for the insurance, right?
Okay.
So when they now told me to step out the vehicle, I was like, "What's the matter?" I was very like aggressive because I was like, "What's
going
the
on,
problem?
yeah.
Like, why are you stopping me?" And then they were like, "You don't have insurance," and I was like, "Well, of course I do. This is the paperwork." And they was like, "They checked their system and there's no insurance." And I was like, "Call the insurance to prove it." And I was like, "It's 2 a.m. I can't do that." So I tried to call them anyway, and I was like, "Well, they're not getting a hold of me. Can you look at the paperwork? This is a certificate. Can you guys just let me go?" And they were like, "No, we're gonna have to take the vehicle. You're gonna have to get it from the impound, and that's that." So they took off with the vehicle. So I started calling everybody one by one. I was like, "Listen, I'm stranded. I know it's late, but please come and pick me up." They were like, "I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it." And at the
Yikes.
time, I had a very rocky relationship with my dad. But I called him, and he was like, "Dad, I can't lie. I need help." And he was like, "No problem. I'll be there. No problem." So he picked me up.
Talk to him, Emmanuel.
So I'm saying, man, big up the parents, man.
We got the parents, man. So
The ones with sense.
The word Tony said, "I can't be there any other time, but when it is you need it."
And that's sweet. That
Yeah.
is that, yeah.
yeah,
So your pastor wasn't there when you called him?
nah,
He wasn't, he
none of
couldn't pick you up?
them. None of them. And then after
2 a.m. in the
Deep,
morning.
you know.
2 a.m. Okay. 2
No,
a.m.
but
in the
anyone
morning.
can ring me at any time of the day, and if I will come and get you. Especially 2 o'clock in the morning.
yeah.
Anything could happen to you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
How would I live with my conscience if something
Yeah,
was
I'll
actually
be so
happening to
annoyed,
you?
man. I mean,
I'll be annoyed about getting out of bed, but
I'll kick that bed and scream, but
I'm
you
getting
still
up.
can't.
I'll have to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
So-
deep,
Because I can't go to bed after that phone call.
bro.
I
And
wouldn't be
think
able to
that's-
sleep anyway. So
I think
at
that's
that
what would
point,
scare
I might
me.
as well.
Is how you were able to carry on your sleep, knowing that I was in a position where I was stranded.
Yeah.
You can never talk to me after that.
Yeah. So
Sorry, did you speak to all these people and they said no, they can't come, or they did not pick up?
all of them said I can't make it, or they would text me and said, and then just leave it on red. But then what happened was,
That's deep.
and the reason is I was actually out there because I was told to drop someone off.
Can you imagine?
So
was even doing a
I
good
wasn't
deed.
even supposed to be
Imagine.
there.
So
So I
you
was
did
like,
church work.
huh? I was doing church work. Yeah.
Oh,
So
it was church work.
Samaritan.
yeah, I'm dropping someone off from the service. So after
Okay,
the service finished,
okay, so first of all, when you say church work, in my mind, it was like after like prayer service or something.
Mhm.
But I don't mean you're doing a good deed as you should as a Christian.
Yeah, I think that's what it was. Like you finish church, right? And you
Finished
drop somebody home from church.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
okay.
the pastor was like, "Can you please drop these people
The
off.
pastor
Can you imagine?
asks.
Yes, yeah.
And the pastor drives.
Complicated. It sometimes he does, sometimes he doesn't.
No, because I'm thinking if you ask him for a lift, how was gonna come and get with the bus?
Yeah, it depends. It's like it's weird. It's like
Okay.
So these are times when
No, Iman, give it the
people
bottom
had
ones.
access
That
to
one,
Ubers,
give it
right?
the bottom.
yeah.
You had access to Uber too?
Well, I didn't have the app set up. It was something weird, but because I was driving, I just didn't think of the Uber situation, and
What
I
year
probably
was
didn't have
this?
the money for it. This was 2018, 2019.
Fair.
No, that one
What's
is
fair?
nicer.
Not fair, but like I feel like when you're younger,
How old are you?
how old were you at the time?
19, 20.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
I'm not
At 19, 20, I'm not spending money on a cab.
But also
If
when
I
you think
drive,
about
like,
emergency as well, though, I'm not thinking that.
If it's
don't know.
emergency?
Okay,
But I'm
fair
not.
enough.
I'm not prepared for that either as well. So I probably didn't have money as well.
But you're
May
being
have been
co-op
that.
on things. Listen, semantics.
I don't know. I don't think I am.
Listen, yeah, forget that Uber exists.
To be
Forget
honest,
cabs.
I am reducing his experience.
You are.
Sorry, continue.
Yeah. They weren't
So-
there for when he needed them.
So
Except his daddy.
the
which is
day
good.
the day after,
Uh-huh.
we now started organizing how
Yeah,
to get the car back.
annoying.
And obviously, I just started working again, and I was working in a mental care space. So I was getting paid weekly. So the pastor I was with at the time, he was like, "Yeah, let's get the car sorted. We're just gonna get some loans to do it." And I was like, "What?
Was this Pastor Toby by chance?
No, but, yeah."
You would have gotten sorted if you was passing to me.
That's what I think.
He would have come and get you the Lamborghini.
5 Lamborghini.
Yeah.
You would have an escort and everything.
So obviously, I'm like, "Do you know what? Don't worry, I'm just gonna sort this out myself." So
Who was going to pay for the loans? Was it going to be in his name or your name?
it was gonna be someone else's name, and I was like, "No, I'm not doing that."
Someone you guys knew?
Huh?
Was it someone
Yeah,
you guys knew? Oh.
yeah. So
It's like-
How much was it? How much was it gonna cost though?
it was like £700. I was like, "Are you kidding me?" So I was like, "You know what? I'll just, because obviously every single time the car's in the impound, they
Yeah,
increase
every
the-
day. Yeah.
So I was like, let me just get this sorted out. So me and my dad put money together and just cleared it
Oh,
out.
God, it's so
And that's when I was like, "Do you know what? Forget this church, man." I'm out. So
Yeah, but then to be fair, they didn't have the money though, because they clearly didn't have the money.
it's I'm not, okay.
They
They
had the money.
pretended they had the money. That's where the problem is.
Pretended
And
they
I
had or
only-
didn't have the money.
They pretended they had the money.
Okay.
So when I'm asking for it and it's not there, I'm like, well,
Or they
where
were
is it?
lying.
Yeah.
Maybe they're praying for the manna to fall from heaven.
Yeah. So that's
fall.
when it was like,
Was
alright,
this a
cool.
small church?
Huh?
Was this a small church?
It's a mega church.
Mid-sized. at the
Does it
time.
begin with you?
You.
They're playing hangman.
Okay.
So why are we playing hopscotch? What is it? What's the church called?
You are. I ain't asking.
Expose them.
I like him.
Yeah, you definitely spend no time selling.
Spec.
It is.
What?
Yeah.
She just said that. She doesn't know who.
I didn't hear it.
I said, was it Pastor Toby?
No, you said it wasn't Pastor Toby or someone else. It was another
Oh, yeah,
pastor.
Pastor
But
Toby.
same difference.
Oh come on.
Same difference.
That's, do you know what's so funny? When he said, let's get a loan,
Loans.
that was when I said, are you sure? Because it sounds like a play I've had before. And that's why I said, is the loan going to be in your name? Or was it in someone's name that you guys actually knew?
No, so it was someone that
Y'all didn't know
knew.
them. They didn't know them. I put it to you. Based on the BBC documentary that I watched. Hella loans came from that church. They didn't know the people's names.
Yeah, man,
So
that was so okay, cool.
That's scary.
So it was
No wonder you fair enough in the church hurt. I accept it.
yeah.
I thank God you found Christ for who
Yeah.
he really is.
Yeah, you never knew Christ.
He went in there.
Now that
that wasn't a church. That was a gathering. That was a social club.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I really don't like Spac Nation. I have a thing. Like, I really don't like them at all.
I hear
I've
it.
always
Jesus
got time
doesn't
for
like
back
them.
to cuss. Of course he doesn't. As a representative of Jesus on earth, I don't like them twice. I've always got time to cuss Pastor Toby and his minions out.
I don't blame you. I think for me
When he
it's-
came here, he sat on that chair, by the way.
Not on this show.
You're
Not on this show.
oppressor.
Whose show did he go on? Free show.
No, milk and honey.
Oh.
Yo, why are you laughing now?
Sorry. You can still feel it, the spirit.
God forbid.
Nah,
That's
nah,
really not what
nah,
they feel.
nah. It's been too long now.
Illusion.
Yeah,
Amen. Yeah, man.
man.
Yeah.
Okay, so fair, we're your church head then.
Yeah. So
So then, at what point then did you get back with
Wait,
God?
wait.
Did that?
Why weren't you in your whole face whilst you were at the church?
That is diabolical.
That would have been. I would have thought.
Oh,
Yeah,
Pastor Tommy's not that bad.
Yes. I've heard hella hoes in there.
Serious.
They ain't got knives, but they got.
100%.
Listen, he takes the knives, but he don't.
Serious.
I proper don't like them people, you know. Anyways,
doesn't either. That's right.
so when you then reconnected with God, was that around the same time as well when you kind of grew in terms of being being more open and growing in your walk?
I grew closer to God as I was getting married.
Nice.
Yeah. So
Okay.
as I was getting married, I was like, God, I need you to help me take care of my family. I need you to help me
that's
build a
beautiful.
legacy. And it was actually, I don't know if you guys heard of him, Myron Golden.
Yeah.
Yeah, I started listening to him heavy, and I was like, do you know what? The principles, like, I'm doing all of this run around, building businesses, doing the principles are there. Like, what am I doing? So, yeah, I just decided to just rebuild my relationship with God, and you know, tears came out. I was worshiping, and I was, in fact, whilst
Sorry?
me and
Tears came out?
yeah,
As in you cried?
What it was
Yeah,
worshiping.
yeah,
So you
yeah.
weren't crying before?
not like
Heartbroken like 5 times before you were
yeah,
17?
obviously yes, but
You
when
know
I
what
went
he
cold,
means when he says
Oh,
tears. He
after
means
the-
like in
after the
After the
transformation,
being thing.
I just
Yeah.
didn't
Right,
have
right.
emotions anymore. Like I didn't know how to
He was
give them
numb.
out.
Proper went dark.
Cold. I was so
Come
cold.
on.
his sister has to pull him up on it.
Yeah.
You know how serious it is when your sister has to pull you up on it.
Come on.
So when I started to build that emotional, I guess, like God was like, I gave you that heart for a reason. Like you're meant to help people. Like stop holding
Stop
on
this
to
foolishness.
the things that had to make you stronger.
Yeah.
And even with my missus, like I remember there's times where we just sit down in the car and just worship and in tears, and I was like, bro, this is beautiful.
Serious?
Yeah, man.
Serious?
And I was like, do you know what?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is it. And yeah, we got married, and
How long you been married for?
it'll be a year in May.
Oh, congratulations.
So,
Congrats,
That's
man.
Thank you. So yeah, no, that's pretty much it. So in terms of like the dating coaching stuff, it was like I went back to my roots and I was like, do you know what? These are the people that are struggling with this. The dating market is broken. McDowell, go and fix it. And I'm like, oh, fine.
So I need to now know,
Yes.
since you've told us your story very, very vividly, thank you very much
Thank
for that
you for
patience.
that, for sharing that.
You're now Christian, and you're now counseling young men and women how to actually keep a relationship, how to nurture a relationship.
Yeah.
Does your Christianity bleed into that?
The principles do, and it depends on the person. It's case by case, and the reason why I do that is because there's some people. I'm not gonna sort of say to a Muslim, it's not gonna work out because you're a Muslim, or I'm not gonna say to an atheist, it's not gonna work out because you're an atheist. Because the principles are the principles, like gravity. If something drops, it will drop. So I teach the principles, but then I also share in that hey, listen, if you're interested in building maybe like a closer relationship with God, this is the path. But I'm not pushy, but I do mention it here and there that this is what
All right. So men who come to you, have any of them incels? Incels.
as in jail.
Interesting.
No,
Brent, don't
Incels
do
are-
not do that.
like
He's
Andrew
an
Tate
expert. He
and
should
stuff.
know about this.
Like misogynist, like Andrew Tate's in it. Like so, incel means involuntarily celibate. No one wants them, so they have no choice but to be celibate. And because of that, because women don't like them, they end up. Or I feel like they were horrible people. That's why women don't like them. But they're just really, really horrible to women. They don't respect women. They
Oh, like red pill.
yes.
Oh, yeah.
So the red pillars come to you.
Yeah.
All right. And you kind of mocked me when I said, "Do you teach perseverance?" And you said, "No, you shouldn't persevere."
I didn't mock you, but okay.
I felt mocked.
Okay, cool.
I forgive you.
Yeah, go.
So I want to know if a red pillar comes to you and you're seeing that they have these particular feelings towards women, like they hate them and the type of language they're using. How do you then? What's the first stage of transformation?
So first thing is first is I ask them, where do you want to go with this? So what's your direction? Because is what you're doing working? And if it isn't, then you need to be someone that's coachable. If you're not coachable, I can't help you. So I don't even work with everyone. So there's some people that have approached me and said, I want to learn how to sleep with as many women as I want. I can't help you. I'm sorry.
Crazy.
Why can't you help them?
Because I don't want to help them.
Okay.
Yeah. I can only help you if your intentions are to build better relationship. More like Hitch, for instance, like modern day Hitch type of
Have
thing.
you studied that?
Yes, absolutely.
Lots of notes.
Hitch is in the movie.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
So I remember in the movie where he's like, the guy came to him and he's like, I'm trying to get this girl.
Yes.
Yeah. So very similar approach. If someone's trying to get women to, because the whole point is I'm teaching men how to get into a position where they can find someone that they can potentially marry. So
Okay.
if you're not interested in that, I can't help you. I won't help you.
So it's real, genuine love connections
Yeah,
that you're
yeah,
looking to
yeah,
facilitate.
yeah.
Okay. So you accept repellers, but they need to want to change their mindset.
Exactly.
Okay.
So, because the way I see it is there's two extremes. There's you're too soft, you're invisible. You're too extreme, you won't be able to connect, really. So it's about staying at room temperature so that you can balance both spaces.
All right. So how many percentage-wise too soft or too the opposite of soft do you get? Let's say this is red pill and there's blue pill. Let's say blue pill is the soft.
I get a lot of soft because soft are tired, they're frustrated.
Yeah.
Because they feel like they're doing everything right, but
Yes.
it's still not working out.
Yes.
And they want to understand
Yes.
what is it that I done
Yes.
to become this person that's
Yes.
not soft, but also has the ability to navigate the two worlds.
All right. Do they give you examples? Do you need examples from them as to how it is that they communicate with women?
Yes, not just that, but also I allow them to share their story and share their challenges and struggles. But more than anything, my approach is I want you to realize for yourself what is it that you need to be doing differently. I'll just put the information out there and then you figure out for yourself what is about the information I'm sharing that resonates with you so that you can apply it in your own life. And then you tell me what it is and I'll tell you, okay, this is the right direction or this isn't the right direction.
All right. So Brent has approached you. I want help. And I say, I tend to treat women too nicely, and they take advantage of that. And none of them basically take my gangsters seriously enough. How do I fix that?
I'd say to you, first of all, do you take your gangster seriously enough? Like,
No, I don't want to be a gangster.
you
but-
want to pretend. So you want to pretend.
I want to be a pretender because I think it's going to secure me.
Well,
babe.
you're already on. You look at what you just said to me. You want to pretend. Why would anyone take that serious? Women's emotions are 10 times more heightened than you think they are. So whatever you think you're doing, they can read it.
They
Very
can read it. They got
100%.
superpowers.
Yeah, their emotions are a lot more because women and men in their feminine entity are very heightened in terms of emotions
Now we're cooking.
because they're very observant. So it's like even myself, the reason why I can sometimes my wife doesn't need to tell me something. I can just sense that
Yeah?
the room is off. Yeah,
Yeah?
because I can sense from the energy.
Come on.
because it's like very you know when you're observant.
Come on.
So she's frosty and you know that there's something wrong.
Exactly.
Well, it's a bit obvious though, isn't it? It's not superpower, superhuman to basically sense
It's not, but
You'd be
it's-
surprised.
It's also something that a lot of people underestimate. So women are very, very heightened. Because it's like an emotion. It's like they live in an emotional world and men live in a logical world.
Interesting.
So it's like in order for us to come together,
Yeah.
the man needs to be like, I want to understand the emotional world, and the woman needs to be like, I want to understand the logical world. But until that happens,
Yep.
it's going to be a clash of two different places, expecting things to be the same.
Most times, is it difficult to find women who aren't illogical, as you've just said?
Yes and no. And the reason why I say that is because it's case by case again. But it also a lot of it depends from the upbringing. So if a woman was very close to her parents, a dad, and was able to build this relationship that allowed her to sort of put it this way, a woman kind of picks her dad as a framework for what a partner is going to be like. And if the dad's not present, then the question is, where did she get that framework from? And the problem with the dating world at the moment is we don't have enough good examples or frameworks that we can actually use to create a solid idea of what things should work like. So I'll give you an example. Some of the guys I've spoken to, I was speaking to a guy yesterday. The guy was like, okay, so how did you become knowledgeable enough to know that this is the person you want to be with? Was my experience. or it was movies. Like when you actually look deep into it, a lot of us don't have enough knowledge, and we go in blindly thinking that the experience will sort that out over time. But actually, what it is it's like driving. You need to get a license. You need to, if you want to go and get a job, you need to do the certificates. If you want to, experience is good, but it has to have a direction. So that direction needs to be, I want to understand how women operate so that I can be the best person I can be in my tribe or community.
Have you ever had to change the way you define women's thinking in order to communicate with a woman? Because you've obviously led with they're illogical, right?
No, they're not illogical.
Oh,
no.
change your mind now.
No, I'm not saying that. So women are led by, most women in their feminine energy are led by emotions. Same way a man in his feminine energy is led by emotion. Feminine, like the whole feminine energy is emotion led. Masculine energy is leadership, logically, and what's the word? It's like you want to be decisive. Sort of like a woman that's masculine is very decisive. A woman that's very feminine is very, I don't know. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So it's not literally, okay, so I'll give you an example. This is where we go wrong as well, because we feel like masculine is men and feminine is women. It's down to the energy levels they have, and it's like a barometer. So there's some men that are very masculine, and then there's some men that are very feminine. But that doesn't make them not men or not women, if that makes sense. And same for women too.
So the men that have their barometer leaning heavily towards feminine energy, they display traits of illogical actions and decisions and choices.
I think you're looking at the cup half full. You're more emotional. So I would say someone that's feminine led is a lot more, has empathy, is a lot more able to relate to emotions. So if you look at a feminine man, for instance, they have good friendships with women.
Can I get an example of a feminine man?
Drake.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But his part agrees with you.
Yeah. So he's like, you know, he likes pop songs. He's like he's in touch with his emotions.
He likes
right?
pop songs.
You know, see, I think I saw it yesterday. It was playing some, was it Tyler song, a Tyler song or something like that. But my point is, someone that's like maybe likes to get their hair done look nicely and just very in touch with how they look and aesthetics.
A man who grooms is a feminine man.
No, that's
Okay,
not
go
what I'm saying.
on.
So it's like there's characteristics that you have. So it's like a mix of both. You can't define it. It's like both men and women have both masculine and feminine energy. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So there's different levels
The
to
example of a guy who is leaning into his feminine energy is Drake, you're saying.
Yeah, so
and
someone that's...
some of the good qualities of that leaning is being more emotionally or emotionally aware. Or
Exactly. So very emotionally aware, very in touch with their emotions, very
empathetic.
sensitive,
You
empathetic.
think that's Drake? Go, continue.
Yeah. So that's what I'd say is a feminine man. So someone that's sensitive, very in touch with their emotions.
Yeah.
A masculine on an extreme is
Yes.
someone that has no emotions, is very decisive, doesn't know how to deal with emotions, but has characteristics of maybe good leadership.
Yes.
Like it's like you can sense that okay, this guy knows what he's doing, he knows where he's going, he's hardworking and all that stuff.
And an example of that is?
An extreme masculine person. I'd say there's a few, but an extreme, so that would be someone that's not too good.
And Drake is the really, really good.
Really.
No. Drake, and then this is okay. So a really good example of masculine energy at its fullest isn't necessarily a good role model.
Okay.
Because you can't
50%.
Perfect. So you can't be too, but even 50 Cent, there's some femininity in him because he can be petty.
Yeah, true.
So, okay, this is interesting.
So it's like
femininity
yes.
is tantamount to pettiness. If a man or a woman displays pettiness, that's them leading into the feminine bag.
100%, yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. So that's feminine. That's your feminine bag coming out because instead of being responsive, you're being reactive.
Okay.
Yeah. So when you're reactive, it's because you're emotion led.
Yes.
when you're responsive, it's because you're using logic to respond.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I ask you a question?
Uh-huh.
How old are you?
27.
Okay.
Are you impressed?
No, it's just. No, not really. Not just you're young, innit? Do you know what? Yeah, I think because you're young, I still feel like there's so much more in life that like you're gonna experience. But then again, you've gone through quite a lot of stuff in a short space of time, so it kind of just is what it is. So I'm not impressed and I'm not unimpressed. I'm just, do you know what I mean? It's just okay. Yeah.
All right. So, men who come to you, you teach them a bit more feminine, lean to the feminine. If you want them to be more empathetic,
Yes.
more emotionally aware, not petty.
No, I always the way I teach people is decide what emotions you want to project.
Oh my gosh.
So if you're,
I know who your wife is. Sorry, I just realised. She's funny though.
Yeah,
She's hilarious. Sorry.
How do you know the wife?
No, because someone obviously who's watching is asking me questions.
A man?
No, a girl.
Okay.
And so she said, "Oh, I've seen his wife's page." And I was like, "Who's his wife?" And she said, "I was like, oh, yeah." She's spoken about you though. Yeah. I have her on TikTok.
Amen. All right. So, a man who comes to you and he is very, very soft. How do you advise him to find balance? Because that's what he would need, right? He can't be very soft if he wants to basically draw a woman. There are no women out there who likes that at all. Of course.
it depends. But let me explain again. So the situation is this. So if a guy's very soft and he's not happy with the situation, it's because he's going for very masculine women or women that have more masculine energy than he does.
Yes.
So that soft approach doesn't work at first because they are trying to gauge whether this man can protect him.
Yes.
And because he's soft, they don't have that connection. So it's like, it kind of like pushes them away because it's like, well, this guy can't protect me, so why would I spend time with him?
How do you advise him? How do you counsel him?
I'll advise him to see it as, and I actually shared this in my recent video, but what he basically should do is see himself as a bodyguard. Can that woman hire you as a bodyguard, or can you hire yourself as a bodyguard? Do all the things you do to hire a bodyguard and then approach that woman, or help her understand how is it that you're capable of protecting her or getting her to drop her guard down so that she can now open up to you. Because if you don't have that ability to allow her to feel like she can open up to you because she feels safe, then she's going to struggle to let go of her independence, let go of her masculine traits, because she needs to, if no one's going to look after herself, she has to look after herself.
So, interesting. Couple things. So, for that type of guy, you wouldn't tell him to change who he goes after. You would tell him to change who he is to get that same person.
Yeah, because he can control who he goes after, yes, but he also can, what he can really control and affect is who he's becoming or who he is.
Yes.
Because the issue, and this is what I always say to people, is you want to control your inner peace, your ability to control who you are as a person.
Yeah.
Instead of saying, I want to find the right person, become the right person.
Yeah.
So in that also means you need to find a balance on how to maintain a room temperature within yourself. And that means if I'm too soft, then I need to learn how to be slightly tougher. If I'm too cold, then I need to learn how to be slightly softer. So it's just about finding that room balance that I found in understanding that both worlds are just as important.
How masculine is your wife?
I think this is where it's funny, because at first, a lot of people will look at her. She's gonna hate me saying this, but a lot of
She's watching.
Maybe, I don't know, but she actually appears very stern, like she's very strict, but because of how I am, she doesn't feel like she needs to do that.
Yeah.
So she can drop her guard down.
that's
She can
nice.
just be a kid.
So she's gentle with you
She's gentle.
because you provided her that bodyguard
That's
Exactly.
space to be that.
Yeah. So I gave her that safe space to be gentle.
That's nice.
But, and the same with me. I'm very harsh to most people, but when I'm with her, I'm like, okay, I'm soft.
That's lovely.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So she's masculine to the world, but with you, she's a
Softie.
teddy bear. Now, do you think that women should be innately a balance of both, or they should be more leaning to the feminine side?
I think women need to. This is my thing, and this may come across very controversial, but I believe that women should be what they believe they need to be to survive and do what they need to do best, and it's men that need to step up and cover up their ability to allow the woman to, because the man's the leader. Based on my perspective, the man's the leader. So as the leader, you can't really look at your team and then say, "Oh, teammates, you need to do better," unless you're doing better. I always what I learned from my dad and my experience is the best men that perform are the men that lead by example.
Sorry, this father of yours, this is the one that abandoned you?
No, my mum abandoned me. Yeah.
I wasn't listening. So you brought up by your father?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
the guy who you weren't talking to, you called.
Oh,
No,
they
we
said they
didn't
had
have a
rough
good.
patch.
You had a rough patch back then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then when he
okay.
called him, he showed up for him regardless of the rough patch.
Okay,
Yeah,
your
yeah,
mum
yeah.
abandoning you, did that affect you in any way?
Absolutely. I think that's part of the reasons why I guess I was always looking for that soft approach from women, or I thought that, for me I didn't know how to deal with my feminine energy. So it went from one extreme to the other extreme until I figured out that I needed to keep it at room temperature.
Nice. Back to the question I asked you. What was the question I asked you before I derailed it? You're not very... You don't listen when we talk. It's normally you're doing this. You're normally telling them to listen to you. What question did I ask?
It was to do with women and who should be... Do you
Innately,
think women should be
feminine,
more
masculine. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you were saying this is controversial. And then you said... What's controversial you said?
I think let women do what they need to do.
To
but it's
survive.
men that should be the ones in
All
charge.
right, because men are leaders.
Yes.
Innately, and they should
We need more
basically...
leaders,
Yeah. Let them do whatever, and then the man has to come and pattern them. And then
No.
for them to fall back into their feminine.
Not pattern them. I think the approach is man needs to show them that they can be safe. But he can only do that once he understands that he's entering a world where she now needs to understand that this is I'll give you an example. With my wife, when she first came, it was a situation where she's very used to being stern, but because I disarmed her, but I also made her feel safe. So it's like a balance between the two worlds. It's like switch off, on and off type of situation. Like you're hard, but this is not a time to be hard. It's like you're basically, men need to have the choice but because the problem is when you're forced into one corner, which is whether you're too hard or you're too cold, you tend to lose them. And when it comes to the first approach, because the woman needs to drop her guard down, as a guy, you're not even going to get over the first fence. So the reason why a lot of the guys that are very bold and show a lot of strong masculine energies attract most women is because they allow the woman to feel, oh, this guy is stronger than I am type of thing. So, okay, maybe I can ease off.
Okay.
So it's about understanding that the balance of both worlds is what's going to attract them and keep them.
Okay.
You need both.
This is beautiful so far. How does a man show his masculinity? Enough for her to now say, this bodyguard of mine can lead me.
He needs to show that he's confident within himself. And this even goes to people that are prideful, people that pretend to be strong. If you don't really show that you're in control of yourself, some way, somehow, she's going to figure it out and she'll make a decision based on that. Some women stay because of the trauma that they've experienced, and some, they should just, I'm not for it and just walk away.
And for this first point, him being... What did you say again?
What
What's the first thing? He needs to show that he's in
he needs to
control
show that he's confident within himself.
himself. Cool. What does that look like? How does he manifest?
You don't need to
that?
prove anything. You're just relaxed. Like you're comfortable in your space. So you've created. So this is how I call it. So it's like, think of your head as a garden. So it's either it's messy and it's got a lot of weeds growing out of it, a lot of distraction, a lot of nonsense, or it's well tidied. You know where this is, you know where that is, you know how to manage your emotions. And then when she comes now, it's like, oh, well, welcome to my place.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, wow, this guy's not only confident, but he's comfortable in his own skin.
Yeah.
And I think as men, you can only get there once you start realizing that you're in charge of yourself and you need to just look after your space.
Now, you're aware of the current dating scene, right?
100%.
Do you think it's a mess?
It's beyond a mess.
Why do you think it's a mess?
I think it's because people are focusing on the wrong things.
Both men and women?
Yeah.
Okay, what are women focusing on?
Women are focusing on the fact that men are trash, and then men are focusing on the fact that women are trash. So it's like you can only see.
But are the people trash?
Pardon?
Are the people trash?
There are people trash, but then think of it this way: the example of the red car. So when you just focus on the red car, that's all you're gonna see.
Okay, I hear you.
So the moment you so I don't know if you probably heard of it. Like focus, just look at red cars, anything red, and then close your eyes and then tell me how many blue cars you saw. You're not gonna see the blue cars because all you focused on was the red cars. So actually, the moment, for instance, what changed for me was I started saying things to myself like words of affirmation, things like, "Oh, women are easy to understand. It's easy for me to approach women." And as I started attracting those things in my head, it was easier for me to have conversations with them because I was kind of psyching myself into building this confidence that allowed me to approach them without feeling anxious or feeling like, oh, what do I do here? It was like, and because they sensed the confidence I had, they were like, this guy's cool. And I can drop my guard now.
So the mess in this day and age is because both parties believe the other party is trash.
Yeah.
Why do men think that women are trash?
Because they don't understand the nature of them. I'm seeing same for women.
And what's the nature of man? The ones who basically say that women are trash. What's the nature that they want women to understand that,
because
but they're struggling?
All right. So, red pill, for instance, right? They believe that being good to women and being kind to them doesn't work because they're just going to take advantage of it, and then that's just going to lead them into this space where they just end up being used and abused, and then divorce happens, and then this happens. So you need to be stern, strong, not care about them, and be firm. It may work for sleeping with them, but it doesn't work when it comes to keeping them because the woman is loyal to her emotions. You need to look after her emotions in order for her to feel like she's been looked after. For instance, if she now feels safe, it's because you make her feel safe. If she feels confidence, because you make her feel confident. So it's like you need to pour in daily deposits into these emotions in order for her to feel that she's been looked after. So what a lot of men don't understand, however, is they think, or for instance, love languages, right? Some people will now show her love. Their love language is words of affirmation, and you keep buying her gifts. Yes, it's nice that you're buying her gifts, but if her love language is words of affirmation and that tank is empty, then what's going to happen is she's going to feel like you're not looking after her emotions because you're showing her love how you want to receive love, but not how she wants to receive love. And it may be a thing where all those gifts don't mean anything to her. They mean a lot to you because that's your love language. But to her, it don't mean anything because she's like, well, you never compliment me. You never say anything that I can now feel makes me feel better. So I think it's like we're speaking two different languages and no one wants to admit that we need to listen to learn.
Do you feel like the red pill thing is popular because there's some truth to it?
I believe that, and this again, controversial again. The only thing I agree with the red pill is self-improvement. No one's coming to save you as a man. You need to earn your stripes. That's the only thing I agree with. Everything else, I'm sorry. When it comes to women, I can't take the advice because they don't believe in marriage. I'm married. So already we're derailed. And on top of that, when it comes to keeping a woman happy, they don't care. It's not in their interest. They just care about how to become the toughest guy in the whole world that everybody respects and honors. And again, the problem with that as well is you're teaching men how to kind of like the whole point is you need to learn emotional calibration. Like learn how to use your anger. When you're angry, go to the gym, power up, do whatever it is, build a business. When you're happy, think of something, build something, write words of affirmation, something. When you're upset, respond by keeping your head calm. You can't, for instance, example, you can't be angry and have your heart rate at a low rate. Like it's scientifically proven that you generally, if your heart rate is low, it's very difficult for you to show any sort of anger, anxiety, or any sort of stress because it's like it's a response where your body now says, oh, your heart rate is high. It's probably because you're this or that or that. So when it's low, it's like, oh, okay.
The reason why I'm asking that, is because when you spoke about your journey,
Yeah.
when you wasn't successful, you was nice.
Yeah.
And the red pill guys will say, exactly.
See? Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
isn't that something where there's some truth to it? Obviously, they've taken it to the extreme where they just don't care at all. But when you're too nice, though, you end up losing.
Yeah, 100%. And but the reason you end up losing is because women are not initially wired to look at you as someone that, oh, because he's nice, I'm going to give him some time. Because if that's how the world works, then everything will be nice and smooth. No, women, this thing called hypergamy. So they pick the best out of the bunch. That's why there might be 100 people in the room, but most women are only interested in the 20% because that 20% can give them 1%, can give them a healthy child, a child that's popular, a child that will be looked after, a child that has good genes and good genetics. And rightly so, you shouldn't want to pick someone that
subpar,
may give you some weird looking, so it's like, so women naturally select. And I think that's where men are frustrated, that why don't you just pick me for me? And it's like, that you've got to be visible first. Like, for instance, sometimes women will now say to guys, and that's why it gets messy as well. But my wife said, or not my wife, a lot of girls tell me that I should just be nice. And I'm like, or when I watch videos online, they say that, oh, guys, just be kind, show emotions, be vulnerable. And it's like, yeah, they're saying that to the guy that's they're actually seeing, which is the masculine frame. You get what I'm saying? So they're not saying that to you that's already kind. How can you be any kinder than this? So, yeah.
How important is sexual discipline in this transformational process?
I think is probably, especially if you're going into a committed relationship, absolutely important. Because I was actually speaking to someone yesterday. I was speaking to Chiza yesterday, and he asked me a similar question. He was like,
"Who?
Chiza."
Okay.
Chizo.
Yeah.
Is he one of your clients?
No.
What are you trying to... Brent is trying to have
just
all
minds
of
his
your
business.
on
So I
this.
wanted to add no context. Go on.
So I had the podcast with him as well yesterday.
Of course you
Oh,
like
serious?
because you both like Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah. There you go. There you
That's
go.
where you bond.
So, what if you see the 20% in someone else, and then you've got 80%? And I actually got this concept from Tyler Perry, one of Tyler Perry's movies, where
Tyler Perry's your another one of your mentors.
Well, you can say that most of his movies, but
Yeah.
one of his movies in particular, I don't know if you know the black bold guy. I can't remember.
I've seen
his
all
name.
of them, so yeah, I know what you're talking
No,
about.
you haven't.
And then he's gone for the good-looking girl,
Yeah.
and then he had a good wife, and then the good-looking girl ends up not being able to cook, clean, or whatsoever.
Yeah.
So, in terms of sexual discipline, I think it goes back to emotional management, which is, okay, this is how I feel, but is this how I want to feel? And then give yourself the space and time to have that conversation. And then on top of that, the reason why I believe sexual discipline is so key as well is because, going back to the example, when you now look at something that may look or seem better, nine times out of 10 is not. And you just need to have just about enough experience to understand that every single time you take that road, it doesn't end well. Because you've got something good, and it's like nothing good ever comes out of not being grateful for what you have, rather than aspiring to have something else.
So if a man comes to you and he tells you that he is bedding many different women, you say either you need to stop or I can't coach you.
This is what I mean. It depends on the direction they want to take. So if their direction is I want to stop, I want to settle down, then yeah, we can work with that. But if their direction is I want to sleep even with more, or how do I get more? I can't help you. So it depends on the direction they want to take. That's the key for me. I can't help you if you want to be someone that I didn't want to become. That makes sense.
What's the most frequently asked question amongst your clients?
How do I stop being ignored?
By women.
Yeah.
What did you tell him?
Stop caring.
Stop caring about that. And how do they stop caring?
You just build a space where you're so comfortable in your own space. Like you whether they accept you or not is you're no longer seeking for that validation, because you don't need them to feel good. Like you don't need a woman to now embrace you and say, oh, you're so handsome. No, it's like whether she says it or not, you already feel that. Whether she knows it or not, you already feel that. And if she says, great, I would like to be part of your world, fantastic. If it isn't, Bye.
Do you ever give any tips on their physicality?
Yes.
Talk to me.
So
You said the gym. I heard that one.
Women are naturally inclined to someone with broad shoulders because it represents strength and masculinity. So it's that V shape. Same way for men is the other way around. That pear shape kind of like attracts them. So I always tell guys, if you want to build more confidence, start walking with your shoulders open up, shoulders high, and 93% of communication is body language. So if you now can carry a strong frame without even saying anything, it does you a lot more favors. Because a lot of guys will come and they're like timid or shy, and that sort of shows.
All right. Before we move on to the rest of the show, because you can feed into bits and bobs. Women, are there any questions you want to ask this dating expert? Because obviously he has the credentials. So, any questions at all?
No.
No? You have all the answers?
No, I'm just not bothered.
Not bothered?
It's not like that, but you know what I mean?
So when women come come to you, Mr. Dating Expert, and they say they want to understand men, what in particular is a common thread or theme amongst those women?
Why can't they open up? Or what is it that's I'm doing that's making them walk away from me? Like some women will come and they say like, I don't understand why I can't keep them. Like they just don't want to stay.
Based on what you've said, I assume that the majority of these particular women are with men that have like toxic traits, the quote unquote bad boy.
Yeah, you can say that. Yeah.
All right, and how do you advise them?
I say to them that you need to understand that these men you're going for are a representation of something or something that you've lacked in the past. So it's like, who's driving your seat? I'd go deeper in this. So let's take a back seat. So why do you go for these men in the first place? What is it that attracts you to these men? It could be, they're confident, they're very masculine, or all this stuff. And then, okay, cool. Why do you feel like that's important to you? Oh, because I want to feel safe. It's like, okay, why do you need to feel safe? Because I haven't been safe in so-and-so occasion, and that burnt me. And a lot of responses we have they all backtrack to a specific moment in our history or life where we had to step up and do something.
Yep.
And then what we end up discussing is the fact that, very simply, it was like a Band-Aid you put on yourself as a kid.
Yeah.
And you keep recycling that same Band-Aid in today's world. So sometimes it may be that they walk away because you can't open up. They want you to open up. They'll have that discussion. Or sometimes it may even be a man that's now willing to have that discussion with you, but you're just like, I can't, stay away from me. Or it's a very similar. So, okay, I'll give you an example. So one of the most recent one was, I keep attracting men that I don't want. So I keep pushing away men that I want, that I don't want. And I keep attracting men that don't want me. What do I do? And I'm like, you need to recalibrate what you see. So, yeah.
Isn't that kind of normal though? Like, in terms of like, there's always going to be people that want you that you don't want.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. But I think some women get to the stage where they're frustrated with that and they want to figure out what is it that they're not doing in order for them to get into a space where they can stop doing that.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Expert. So far, we're gonna, push on to the rest of the show. Probably gonna ask you a couple more questions, but I'd like you to come back. I don't think that we've tapped into the full array of what it is that you can offer. Because it just sounded like you were just touching on their childhood just now. Are you also a full therapist?
I do life coaching.
But would you say you're
I'm not a therapist, no.
God damn it.
Yeah, I'm not a therapist. Yeah.
Trying to catch you out there.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Thank you much so far. Headlines now. Thank you, Esther.
No worries, G. All right. First headline. England's chief medical officer. That's so funny. England's Chief Medical Officer, Professor Sir Chris Whitty, has declared the NHS dental system very weak and not fit for purpose, citing a lack of access, particularly for children. He highlighted the alarming high number of children with tooth decay, leading to lifelong poor dental health and costly hospital procedures to remove decayed teeth. The government's dental recovery plan, aimed at increasing NHS dental treatments, is deemed a failure by Sir Chris, as it hasn't addressed the shortage of dentists providing NHS care. Next headline, the Bank of England's gold reserves, the world's second largest, have seen a significant outflow in recent months, primarily due to traders' concerns about potential US tariffs on precious metals. This movement of gold, primarily to New York, has created logistical challenges due to security and transportation constraints, leading to a multi-week wait for removal and increased gold prices in London. Despite the outflow, which represents less than 2% of the bank's gold stock, Governor Andrew Bailey assures that there is still plenty of gold remaining. While the current situation highlights the physical limitations of the global gold market, experts suggest this is a temporary phenomenon and London remains a central hub for gold trading and storage.
All right, thank you very much.
There's one more, mate.
That was a big pause, man. All right, go.
Last one. Liberian President Joseph Boakai, has suspended more than 450 top government officials, including ministers, for failing to declare their assets to the anti-corruption agency. They will be off work without pay for a month or until they submit the required declarations, according to the presidency. Boakai, I think I'm saying that right. Boakai. Boakai, my bad. Boakai said the officials had contravened the code of conduct for state officials by not being transparent about what they own. The president, who had pledged to fight corruption when he came into the office last year, said failure to comply undermined efforts to combat corruption and ensure accountability. Among those suspended include the ministers for education and health, as well as the special envoys for tourism and investment. They also include officials working for the executive mansion, the official residence of the president, and county administrative officials. The law requires all public officers to declare their wealth before taking up their posts and when they leave positions in government. The Liberia Anti-Corruption Commission, LACC, published a list of all the 457 affected public officials, noting it was doing so as prescribed by law. Boakai, who pledged to fight corruption when he came into office last year, said failure to comply undermined efforts to combat corruption and ensure accountability. It's time to pay some bills. Let's get into Word on Road. All right, this is actually quite sad. Every time I see Katie Price in there, I see her so different to how it is that the British media painted her when I was, I guess, much younger and didn't know the media's biases and stuff like that. But basically, news will come out basically where, you know, she's got her son Harvey, and he's got a bunch of illnesses. So he's blind, he's autistic, he has septo-optic dysplasia, he's got a learning disability, and he has. No, that is a learning disability, my bad. And he's got Prader-Willi syndrome, which is a genetic disorder. So because of the Prader-Willi syndrome, because of that, basically, it means one of the side effects is that he's always hungry. And he's very overweight for his age. And obviously his weight continues because that's the side effect of his illness. So basically she decided that, or she has plans, she and doctors that she's spoken to, they're going to basically put him on Ozempic. And obviously it makes sense because Ozempic is like... the raving thing at the moment, but he's going to be getting basically injections, and their hope, the doctors and obviously his mum, is that it would help to improve his life because he's basically at risk of a heart attack, and obviously heart attack that can be fatal basically. So yeah, man, it's quite sad. So she says that it's going to be really life-changing, really serious and life-changing for Harvey, and she says he's at risk of a heart attack, and because of his condition he's not getting any smaller, he's putting on weight, it doesn't matter what we do. And she says, so the doctors are doing it to give him a better, longer life, and also for his health. So good luck to her, man. She says that she went on to say as well about the medication that the good thing about starting him on the drug is if it has any effect, you can stop it because you do it weekly. She says we've tried food. He's had dietitians it's just the way he is. And she says they want to try to put him on it for at least 1 or 2 years, which is a long time, but they'll control what level he needs and assessing stuff like that. So she's basically at the moment spreading awareness, which I really like about her. She always, like, things that she deals with her son and stuff, she's always open to spreading awareness about it, because she talks about, I remember there's times when she talks about how expensive it is to send him to like the school that he needs, like whether he's for his care and stuff like that, and how expensive it is. And obviously she's a celebrity, she works hard to be able to afford these things, but she spends a lot of money on these things, and the average person who has these issues won't be able to afford it. So she's basically spreading awareness and encouraging other people who may have to do this with their children who have the same condition and are dealing with it. So big up her, man, and good luck to her and Harvey.
Question,
And
yeah.
that-
He's Dwight York's son, right?
Yeah.
So, is it only an American thing to put someone on child support?
You can do it in the UK as well.
Because
He don't pay at all. I know he's not in his life, right?
I know he's not in his life. But then the way it's set up, he's not in his life in such a horrible way that I don't think she want to take a lot of money from him. And I think that's the difference in the culture, in UK and US. Obviously, there are people in the US as well who don't take fair girl, who don't take child support. But like UK, we're very passive and we're very. Do you know, it's just the same way we act over here.
Yep.
So a lot of people don't really put their people on child support. And also the person is obviously he's a celebrity, but if it's the average person, you're probably getting like what, £20. If the person don't work or anything like that, or they're on benefits as well, or whatever the case is, you're not getting a damn penny. But I can imagine her not get. I don't know if she does, or maybe he does privately. I don't have a clue. But I can see that I do know that single parents just tend to not. If you don't care, I'll just figure out kind of thing. Like, I'm not going to start fighting you for money and all that kind of stuff, because it can be a bit of a tedious process as well. Obviously, we talked about Stormzy yesterday and his McDonald's collaboration. I'll be honest here, I feel like, obviously, it is disappointing, all that stuff and whatnot, but I don't think it raises all the good things Stormzy's done. Like, I don't think it's cancel worthy. But that's just my opinion.
It shows that he's human and he signed for a check.
Yeah.
That most people.
But you know what I find interesting, Gina, though? Is people saying like, oh, he took it and he doesn't even need the money. Do you know how expensive it is to sponsor Cambridge students? To why he don't need the money.
I think.
Let me see. You don't know what's my bank account.
Do you know what I think what maybe he did wrong was like deleting the Palestine like post.
Yeah.
Because
I think he should have left it.
Because if you left it, then it would. Do you get what I mean? I feel like you doing that kind of.
It just makes a bit.
Is admitting
guilt
or
that you're aware that you're doing.
You're aware that what you basically you're telling me that you know that what you're doing is wrong.
Basically.
Whereas if you left it there,
you own it.
It's more. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Is it wrong or more so just it seems kind of contradictory?
But then are you going to delete the men's health post, the men's health magazine cover then? Because isn't that contradictory? Because on one hand you're on the cover of Men's Health magazine promoting health, wellness, etc., and now you're endorsing McDonald's, which is the complete opposite.
So people brought that up because people were like,
and this isn't me. By the way,
Yeah,
I've got no issues against it, but I'm saying if
that's the point there.
based on your argument, it's the same, no?
But that was another thing, because he's been like really into his fitness and doing vlogs on TikTok and all that kind of stuff. And people were saying, first of all, when Mel released her matcha, you were out here calling your nutritionist for you could have a sip.
Before you could eat it.
Now you're out here promoting McDonald's and whatnot. But then, I guess cheat day and
the
whatnot.
thing is, with the food thing, it is what it is. I think when people were saying that, my argument was Stormzy is not an advocate for health, though. Like, Stormzy's not a PT.
Stormzy's just
someone like me, where it's my career.
Exactly.
If I went and endorsed something like that, I would understand, but it'd be like, are you absolutely insane?
Yeah.
But that's not his brand.
Stormzy's preparing for a tour.
It's a part of who he is.
Yes.
But it's not the hill that he's
not
willing
the face
to die
of
on. Yeah.
fitness.
So I think you have to
Here
give
we
him
go.
grace in that sense. I think that the Palestine argument I understand, but then again, I read someone break something down and was talking about the whole boycotting and how we contribute to so many other things that are funding all these wars and stuff. So it's like, it's kind of like, do you know what I mean?
But this is what I was asking yesterday. Yeah. I don't know. Like, I feel like there might be something else. Because why did he do the deal? Is it for a particular reason? Is it like to maybe give more value for money for the kids, or is it something, or is it literally just?
But you know what we need to understand? For him to sign such a deal, and for it to like, he's not dumb, so he knew this was gonna happen, but saw that it was whatever he signed was
doing.
worth
Yeah.
taking
so-
this risk.
Yeah.
So you need to sit there and think, whilst we're sitting here having this conversation, that's not paying any of our bills.
But can I add as
Do you
well,
know what I
though?
mean?
Because what I said yesterday as well was that for him, perhaps he thinks maybe because of the ceasefire and blah 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 and whatever else. But then also though is the thing about McDonald's being franchised and whatnot. And so it wasn't McDonald's the corporation that was giving free food or discounted food to the Israeli army. It was a franchise that owned McDonald's, the McDonald's franchise in Israel.
Yeah.
But then since then, McDonald's have basically bought back majority of their business from this person that owned a lot of the franchises, basically.
Yeah.
So it's like, are they making? They're making steps to restitution. So perhaps he thought that, because I feel like maybe something like this was more like a summertime thing, like promoting McFlurry in winter. I don't know about that. I mean, it's funny because they did add in the ad as well, like it's cold, blah blah blah. But so maybe this deal has been there for a long time. But then waiting to see how everything goes and whatever is what made me feel, okay, this is a good time to go ahead. But that McDonald's thing with them buying back a lot of their franchises and then also kind of condemning that stuff, perhaps is that. But I'll be honest with you, Stormzy's done the most in terms of UK celebrities. Stormzy, I don't know if anyone else existed. I'm a young babe, so in my time that I know, I'm aware of, don't want to discredit anyone else's works. Stormzy does a lot for the black community. Like, he's not someone who just talks about it. Like, we actually see the fruits of his work.
Yep.
For me, I ain't cancelling the man.
I don't think he's going to get cancelled.
But he shouldn't.
I don't think he's not.
He shouldn't, but you know how people act online and stuff.
but
It's
they
just
don't-
like,
it's going to last for next week. We'll talk
it's
about
Valentine's Day. People are over it.
No, that's my point. It's not. I don't think anyone genuinely, unless it's like Chigborogu and an essay, like those really outrageous crimes. I don't think anyone really gets cancelled.
Even if you don't agree, may seem controversial. Is it wrong for him to just want to privatize black people? For him to say, you know what, I want to use my funds to support black causes, Merky FC, Cambridge, get the black people in there, whatever it may be. And for him to maybe talk positively about Palestine, but not necessarily that to be the number one priority. Doesn't he have autonomy to decide?
I'll be honest with you,
If he wants to do this, his money. It's like he worked to get there.
Yeah,
I mean, don't like it, you do the same thing.
Stormzy's always been very, very calculated and very, very smart in his moves. So there is actually really and truly no telling what he's using the money to do and blah, blah, blah. But I don't even need to see the bank statement to know what he's using the money to do. Because I see what he does already, and it's just like, and he's done that out of his personal pocket, as far as we know, or whatever the case might be. I ain't mad at the man.
Even if he says, you know what, I messed up. He's a human being. And he's done so much good.
And that's reality. And I think that, I mean, I rate him anyway for putting his comments on. I'd have blocked all 4,000 of you. If that was me that signed such a check. But I just think that it is what it is. Like Gina said, he's human. It is what it is. But basically, Chip tweeted something, and obviously people are speculating, is that about Stormzy? Probably likely is. You know, they had their situation and whatnot. And then also, I saw a comment. Someone was talking about how Stormzy had a megaphone at the Black Lives Matter protest, and then a few days later was knocking down Chip's door. Excuse me?
Potato.
Shut up. Knock it twice. Anyway, Chip said, slowly but surely, everyone reveals themselves. That's why I never mind when people think I'm crazy when I call something early. I just see through a lot.
Who said that?
Chip! Stop it, man. You were never going to call... You never saw Stormzy, doing a McDonald's collaboration out. And what you were trying to call out is different to what we've seen here. Stormzy is for the people. So, I'm sorry. It is what it is. But anyways, there's that going on in the streets. In very good news, you know, as a lover girl that I am, and a lover of love, Devon... Were you going to say something, Brent, actually? No, okay. Devon Franklin is engaged. So if you don't know who Devon Franklin is, he used to be married to Megan Good. And obviously she's currently with Jonathan Majors. And yeah, he moved on as well. They both moved on, to be honest. And they did tell us that it wasn't beef, it wasn't anything. I reckon they just wanted different things. I reckon, my speculation, this is nobody and this is not me talking on women's or whatnot, but I reckon it was like a children thing where maybe she doesn't want to have children yet or she's not ready or whatever the case was, but he's ready to do that. You know, like he's a pastor. They love to go forth and multiply and be fruitful and all that crap. But that's just that. So anyway, he is engaged to Maria Castillo, and they had an exclusive interview with People magazine. And she told them, I'm still in awe of how it all happened. It was such a beautiful surprise. She's so pretty as well. It was such a beautiful surprise, and I can't even put into words how happy I am. So he proposed basically on while they were on holiday. This is in December as well. I like when people take time to just enjoy things and then, you know, announce it to the world. And then he told People as well that finding Maria has been one of God's greatest blessings in my life. So I wanted the proposal to be as special as our love. We went to Maui for vacation. I told her we were going to do a photo shoot. And during the photo shoot, I surprised her with a proposal. That's nice, actually. It was truly a magical moment, and I can't wait to spend a magical life with Maria. Congratulations to them. Here for it. Congrats to them. They look absolutely gorgeous. Let me show you. There they are. So lovely and sweet.
Looks happy in that.
Yeah.
Well done, man.
Man of God, being rewarded. We love to see it. But speaking of rewards, I'm so happy about this because this family, yeah, I feel like they are Hollywood royalty and I don't know why they don't. Like, it's just, they just are. They just are. If anyone else was, they just are. But the Wayans family, they're finally going to be inducted into the NAACP Image Awards Hall of Fame. They are just, yeah, just flipping talented. Is just,
yeah,
it just blows my mind. Every single one of them, those are great genes and it's just amazing. But yeah, so the NAACP obviously announced that Keenan, Damon Wayans Sr., Marlon Wayans, Sean Wayans, Kim Wayans, and Damon Wayans Jr. will be inducted into the NAACP Image Awards Hall of Fame. So they said as well, for decades, the Wayans family has been at the forefront of comedy, breaking barriers and opening doors for waves of entertainers. Their trailblazing work in television, film, and stand-up has transcended pop culture and cemented a legacy in the NAACP Image Awards Hall of Fame. Recognizing their achievements with this induction is a celebration of a multi-generational legacy that continues to advance and uplift communities. The Wayans family has set a standard of excellence, and their influence resonates far beyond the stage and screen. Oh, I'm so happy for them. Absolutely amazing. But yeah, I actually didn't know that Keenan was the one who created Living in Living Color. Like, there's a few shows that was mentioned here that I did not have a clue that they were even involved in. But big up the Wayans every single time. And yeah, that's all there is for me today. Let's get into people's journal.
No, we're gonna go into asking for a friend.
Okay, let's do that then.
All right then. So,
Hold up. Let me give you some a little sprinkle, a little dazzle. Come on.
you're so childish.
Come on.
All right. I'm feeling paranoid about my loved ones and their views. Just to keep this short and sweet, I dated and married the love of my life 6 years ago, and he's such a great guy. The thing is, a lot of my friends and family have felt a way about me being with him because they don't like the way he looks. I always hear things like he's so short or his hairline is receding, and even once he's ugly. It's tough to ignore it, and I've put up with it for years. The problem is just that now we've had our twins 2 years ago. I've heard things like they don't want to be around our kids because they look like their dad and they're ugly.
Sorry?
Is someone really... Sorry.
No words.
It really, really, really hurts to hear and go through because of my non-confrontational nature, I don't know how to navigate the ones around me that think this. What do I do? And do you think it's horrible to think people are ugly because I do? Yeah. What are your I want to let you go first.
Yeah.
Mr. Love Doctor.
Mr. Love Doctor.
How do you think our dear sister should navigate such horrible comments from her family members?
So I had a difficult relationship with my biological mother, and because I didn't go to uni, she felt like I was a failure. She felt like, you could have been better if you just came to America with me. Also saying all sorts of things. And over time, similar to her, I was in this space where I was struggling to confront people, and I let people take advantage of it because of that. So what I done is I created this box called self-respect. And if I have to step out of it to entertain anybody's conversation, then I either end it or tell them to F off. And I think in her case, she really needs to build that inner confidence to understand that we've got one life to live, and there's no way you're going to jeopardize that by allowing people that are not supposed to be speaking on your relationship to speak on it. So she needs to, what I would say to her if she was here is do what I done, which is build this box and don't compromise with yourself. Just don't do it. You don't even have to say something back that's disrespectful, but you just create that space where you don't react, you respond, and you say, I'm not going to entertain this. This ends here. And if you can't respect my boundaries, then I have no intentions in carrying on any sort of relationship with you. I think it's reached that point after what's been said.
Yeah, because she's got children, man.
I think
And
that's
you
horrible.
You don't want that energy like around your kids.
Yeah.
And do you know what I think is interesting? The fact that they're even brave enough to say it. I think
And I was gonna.
you definitely need to find that confidence, and it's time to be confrontational. I'm sorry, because you've been non-confrontational, people think that it's okay, because they're not gonna get any like pushback, or it doesn't hurt your feelings, or it's fine. Do you know what I mean? Because you've never made it a point to let them know that this isn't on. I think definitely stand your ground and let them know that this can't run, and if they can't respect it, then see ya.
Do you know what it is? I feel like sometimes, when family treat you certain, like, this is my view on family, I feel like family is nice and all that stuff, but the reality is that they're people that you wake up one day and find out this is your family.
Yeah.
They're not people that you intentionally selected or whatever to be your family.
Yeah.
But the older you get, and depending on what the dynamics are, the same way you intentionally would choose your life partner, the same way you intentionally choose the friends you want to have, the same way you intentionally choose what environments you want to be in, the colleagues you want to talk to.
Yep.
You need to do that with family. I understand when people, that whole blood is thicker than water thing, I don't buy into that, because I find that with relationships, families are just given a bligh to just be as horrible as they want to. And it's just, and then the justification is, but it's family, you can't get rid of family. You can. You absolutely can. There is no way for one, where you've got a partner that loves you so much, that cares about you, that you find worthy of spending your life with, same way he found you worthy of spending his life with, you ever let them speak to him like that. Yeah. But I understand that I understand that that's fair, because I have a feeling they probably talk to her like that as well. So fair. Do you get me? There's no lack of respect there. Do you get me? So fair enough. Not fair, but fair. But I think now that you guys have children and you guys have got your lovely family outside of that. Even the Bible told y'all, a man and woman will leave their homes and go and create their own family. Your own family now is your priority. Yep. So nobody can talk down on your husband. Not a word. You don't want to hear it. Nobody can definitely not talk down on your children. What a horrible, horrible thing to say about innocent children that cannot defend themselves.
Yeah.
That is such an evil thing. And I think sometimes in people's actions, you have to look at it for what it is. That is a wicked, evil and spiteful thing to say, and you cannot even forget them not wanting to be around your children. They don't deserve to be around your children. Right. They don't deserve to be in your home. They don't deserve to be anywhere near your marriage, anywhere near your beautiful family. They don't deserve to be anywhere near that. Yep. For it to even be a thing where they then choose not to be around you. No, you choose that they should never be around you. Yep. Yep. I'm sorry, but whatever loss is, it's a loss worth having. Yes. They are a loss worth having. Yes. That is absolutely horrible to say about children, to say about your husband. He clearly shows you more care and love and just care than they do. Yeah. He shows you more respect than they do. You need to know who it is that you want to keep in your life. You need to know who it is that you want to prioritize in your life. And honestly, you need to prioritize your husband and your innocent babies. And your family. And when I say your family, not your extended family. The moment you get married, your nuclear family is you and your wife. Even if you don't have children yet, this is your priority here. Yeah. When you start having children, that's fine. But your extended family, no. Let them go and worry about them. Let them make families of their own and then treat them. These people are horrible. These people are horrible, and they are dangerous. God forbid you and something happens and you need people to take care of your children. You cannot put your children in this kind of environment. So what you need to do, you and your husband, is create new family. I don't know, maybe his family are nicer, whatever the case is, but have friends even that can become your family.
Yeah.
Create new family. The older, when you're younger, it's easy for people to say, that's your family, you got to stick to them. I don't believe in that. Once you're in a place where you intentionally choose people that you have in your life, you can do the exact same thing with your family. Whether that's your mother, whether that's your father, whether that's your siblings, your cousins, whatever the case is, cut anyone off that you need to cut off. 100%. They need to be cut off twice. Even if they apologize and whatever it is, that's
It's
fine.
too late,
Keep
man.
keep the peace. That's fine. That's fine. But in terms of me having my children around you, nope. In terms of me and my husband being around you, nope. I don't care whose birthday is, nope. It can be grandma's 99th. Congratulations, ma'am. But you guys go there, drop the present off and be like, yeah, we're out. Yeah. Protect your family. That is what you need to protect.
And not just that, but protect your peace.
Protect your peace.
Protect your peace.
It's not worth it.
You got to have that self-love inside of you to know that, do you know what? These people, every single time I'm around them, is negative energy. I got to get rid of that. And
word.
It's that simple. It's like you don't even have to respond back how they respond. You just say, I just can't do it anymore. The way you speak about things, it just doesn't, we're not in the same page. And look, I wish you the best, but love them from a distance. And that's exactly what I've done with my mum. I love her from a distance.
And you got to do that.
I love her. It's not like I hate her because she gave birth to me. But I've said to her, listen, if you're going to carry on that negativity, I have no interest in having any sort of conversation with you.
Yeah.
You got to protect your peace, man. So, babe, please, it's absolutely disgusting. Yeah. I don't have a lower word. I don't want to cuss your family, but they are horrible people for speaking about your husband that way, for speaking about your children that way. They do not deserve a second. And you know what it is? That you clearly respect yourself. You respect yourself in why you picked the partner you picked. Your partner respects you. Keep that energy. Keep that energy of respect in you guys' life. So don't have anyone in your life, because you know the thing as well. If that was any of your friends that did that, you would not be friends with them.
Facts.
You wouldn't be friends with them.
You really tolerate it because
you wouldn't have tolerated.
And this is 6 years, by the way.
6 years.
6 years.
She's been married for 6 years, and she said she's had to put up with it.
And they would have dated, before the 6 years.
Yeah, you've even given them too much grace. Are you
way
crazy?
Too much grace. Yeah. How long is a thread? That's how long your grace has been. You wouldn't if you wouldn't tolerate, and that's my thing. This is my metric for things. Yeah, if I wouldn't tolerate this from a stranger, if I wouldn't tolerate it from a friend, I don't see why. Because you have this title. Of connection to me, I must tolerate it. Yeah. It makes when I tell you my brain cannot understand that. There's no way, because there's no way any of my friends could ever talk to me like this. Yeah. I'm not going to say, because you're my father, because you're my mom, because you're my auntie, whatever the case is, you get a pass. The fact that you are this, you're even closer to me in relationship is the more reason why you should never speak to me like that. And I don't know why we never look at family relationships like that. The people that are closest to you should never be the ones that cause you the most harm, the most hurt. Girl, cut them people off. And watch how beautiful your life and peaceful your life is.
Life is too short, man. I'm telling you.
Man, nah, they're done. So please, and tell your husband sorry.
Yeah.
Because that's crazy.
I'd say in the husband side as well, I'd say if that's something that's happening, he needs to build. The way I say it is, you got this child inside of you that's still there. You got to protect him at all costs. So if someone's insulting you, you got to say, this is where the line stops. This is my family. You're not going to have that. And at the end of the day, like you said, the moment that family becomes him and his wife, it's his job to make sure that nobody disrespects that as well. So I would say to him as well, if he needs to just lay the just say, listen, if he's aware of it, you guys cannot speak to my wife like that.
Absolutely. Can't speak to me like that. Because I think sometimes when you're coming into a family, you can feel a bit awkward of you don't want to be the one to overstep. But then sometimes it is that going back to child thing. Yeah. Because I reckon they've always been like this, and it makes her feel awkward. It makes her feel uncomfortable. And they probably disrespect her regularly as well. Yeah. So it's weird. Even as adults, the older you get, you can still go back to that child moment where you don't know how to defend yourself. Exactly. You can defend yourself with everybody else in the world, but when it's like your family, your parent, whatever they say. You just go back to how it was as a kid, where they would shrink your confidence. Yeah,
even secondary school friends.
Exactly. Do you get what I mean? Yeah, because people will see their bullies, people that are very, very confident. And they'll see people that bullied them or were horrible to them in school. Yeah. And all of a sudden now you don't have to act. You just go back to just being this very young person. So maybe it is that. And I think even coming to a family, you don't want to be the one to overstep. Tell your husband to overstep. He should crip walk like Serena did at Super Bowl. Crip walk all over there. Honestly. I'm so sorry that you're having to deal with that, but please, please, please choose your family.
Yeah.
Because God forbid something was to happen in your marriage, they're not people that you can look to assist you. Do you get what I mean? Like,
Yeah, 100%.
they will just make you feel worse.
Yeah,
And because they'll make you feel worse is why you must do everything you can to make sure you don't lose your family.
100%.
That's in your nuclear family.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry, babe. Love and light. Brent, man, you got
Thank you
anything?
very much.
Yeah.
Appreciate you
Yeah.
greatly. Esther has said it for all of us.
Pretty much, yeah, man.
Headlines.
So, man, please.
All right, people, our last set of headlines. Ghana's former finance minister, Ken Ofori-Atta, has been declared a fugitive by prosecutors over his alleged involvement in multiple corruption cases when he was in government. Ofori-Atta had left Ghana to evade investigations, and all necessary steps would be taken to bring him back. This is what Special Prosecutor Kisi Ajabeng said. Ofori-Atta has been accused of causing financial losses to the state, including over a controversial national cathedral, which remains a hole in the ground despite the alleged spending of $58 million of government money. Ofori-Atta has not commented on the allegations. According to Ajabeng, who's the ex-minister's lawyers, said that he was out of the country for medical reasons. So he hasn't run away. It's just medical reasons. Go back. Yeah, so he basically was speaking to a press conference, and he said that Ofori-Atta, who's 66, failed to attend the interview with the Office of the Special Prosecutor, the OPS, despite being told that he was a suspect. Ofori-Atta left Ghana in early January and had no intention of willingly returning. This is what he's been accused of. The OSP was therefore declaring him a wanted person. Apparently, he is a fugitive from justice. Next headline, trigger warning on this one. Macmillan Cancer Support, which is a leading UK cancer charity, has cut a quarter of its staff and eliminated its financial hardship scheme due to a significant financial deficit of £100 million over 6 years. The charity's spending on wages and salaries increased substantially, reaching £80 million in 2023, while donations failed to keep pace with rising costs and increased demand for services. The closure of the hardship scheme, which provided £200 grants to 50,000 low-income cancer patients annually, will leave many vulnerable individuals without crucial financial assistance. Macmillan's helpline services have also been downgraded, resulting in reduced support for parents seeking financial and emotional advice. While Macmillan aims to maintain support for the most vulnerable cancer patients, the drastic cuts raise concerns about the accessibility and the quality of future services. And the last headline here, big trigger warning on this one, guys. Big trigger warning. A court has heard that two men who described themselves as pedos in messages discussed raping someone in the changing rooms of a swimming pool and kidnapping school children. Stephen Ireland, who's 40, co-founded LGBTQ plus group Pride in Surrey, and this is back in 2018. And he's charged with 20 offences, including 1 count of raping a child, 3 counts of causing a child under 13 to engage in sexual activity, and 1 count of sexual assault on a child. He allegedly spoke of kidnapping school children, sexually abusing boys, and visiting a swimming pool to perv, right? This is what the trial was basically told. Jurors were also told that Ireland and his flatmate, David Sutton, who's 27, who volunteered with the Pride group, targeted children for their sexual proclivities. This is between 2022 and 2024. Sutton is charged with 5 offences, including 3 counts of making indecent photographs of children. They are also jointly charged with another 15 offences related to a number of children. These animals need to be dealt with accordingly. But anyway, that's it for the headlines. Time to pay the bills.
All right, let's wrap this up.
All right, people. We had an excellent show. Today we spoke about Zelensky, the president of Ukraine, saying that no peace deal can happen without Ukraine's involvement. Well, basically asking, because he doesn't really have the power. But TikTok also returns to app on Google App Stores in America because of Donald Trump, and RFK Jr. has been sworn in as the U.S. Health and Human Services Chief. We also spoke about NHS dentists apparently being very weak and not fit for purpose. Well, at least this is what England's Chief Medical Officer, Professor Sir Chris Whitty, has said. And we also spoke about the Bank of England gold rush that is pushing up the price. Apparently, there's been a significant outflow in recent months, primarily to New York. So maybe Clive may be back in the building, man. And
I think Clive is happy about that news.
He's been telling us, you know what I mean? And the Liberian president, Joseph Boakai, has suspended more than 450 top government officials. Seems like he's really trying to crack down on the whole corruption thing, man. Hopefully it goes well for him. Also, we spoke about Ghana's ex-finance minister, Ken Ofori-Atta, who's been declared a fugitive. We also spoke about the Macmillan Cancer Support charity, who has cut a quarter of its staff and scrapped hardship schemes, and also about these dirty animal pedos who have described themselves just as that, and basically are going to be sentenced. Of course, the highlight of the show was having our amazing guest in the building.
Thank you very much for coming down.
Yes.
Appreciate you.
Giving the people advice on the special day. You know what I mean? Telling you how to navigate love and relationships and be a productive person.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying?
That's it.
And of course, we had a what's the word? How should I describe Sally's appearance?
A boomerang. Sally is a boomerang.
There you go. Please. Sorry.
Please. Give him 1 minute. 1 minute, please. We just need him very
almost
quickly.
done, okay?
When he's done.
Yeah.
Wait, can you please let people know your socials as well, please?
Yes, sure. So I'm on Instagram, Macdo_. I'm on YouTube, MacDoC, and same on TikTok, and then on LinkedIn, Macdo Chigborogu.
Nice. Thank you very much.
Can you just say farewell in all the different languages that you know?
Oh, yes.
It's a nice little message in every single one.
Tell them to subscribe. It's a nice little message. Tell them to subscribe, man.
So, okay, guys, arrivederci, bye, cachifo, auf Wiedersehen, and andale.
That's light work. Say like a sentence for each, because you just said goodbye for everybody.
So do you know what it sounds like when you said this? Do you remember when Michael Carr was like, good luck, no, goodbye, see you later, sucker? that whole run. That's what it reminded me of when you said that.
So what do you want me to say? It's one sentence in each language.
So it was nice.
Something about love and lovers.
Oh, yeah.
Ich liebe dich. Amo tutti.
What does that mean?
I love everyone.
Say the same
You're
thing.
just saying gibberish.
Say the same thing in every.
You're just saying.
The first one was German, right?
Yeah.
What did you say in German?
I love you.
Oh.
I'll take that.
Te amo in that.
Yeah. Te amo.
What's te amo Spanish, eh?
Yeah. How do you say in Igbo?
Bilingual.
Yeah,
Oh, you're really fluent in these languages.
Oh, how do you say in Igbo actually?
I'm right. Yeah.
You see, now you're all right.
Oh, Chijoke.
Chijo.
How do you say? No, Chijoke is.
See, that's my parents are not emotional. So.
Oh, I thought
Chijo's-
that's
How'd
what
you say
I
in
looking you
Igbo?
means.
No. How do you say in Igbo? I used to know this.
I don't
Why
know.
are you looking at me?
No, I'm just trying to I'm trying to get my phone. Now I'm looking at Jennifer for help.
Right past him, you know.
No, but she literally looks at me. I'm thinking, girl.
Jennifer's more Nigerian than Iman is.
Wrong
First
country.
of all,
Oh man.
how do you say in Igbo?
That's a very good question.
Crap.
Do you know what it is? My parents are not emotional like that. So when it came to I love you, I genuinely have no clue.
Believing your parents.
I'm blaming them. Yeah. My dad needs to teach me how to say it in Igbo.
Hold that, you say. Hold
I'm
that.
gonna answer Google this before we sign out. Hold on. In Igbo.
That's all right, bro. That's all right. bro.
Ijomo, no.
You did well, to be honest.
Oh, Ahuru Miganya.
Oh.
Miginaya. Yeah, Ahuru Miganya.
No, but that's I see you.
That's I love you, bro. That's
No,
what,
Anya is I.
Nanya.
Yeah, Anya.
So Ahuru Miginanya.
So it's like I see you. That's what.
This
is
is
what I
what
mean. I
Google
don't think
Translate told me.
I don't think they have it. I don't because they're not emotional. I don't think.
They definitely have them. They're gonna cook you.
No,
The Igbo people
Igbo
are
people
romantic.
are not-
I told you, a man. Oh, I didn't
they're-
tell you. A man asked me to marry him at my best friends, but on the dance floor, I was picking up money for the bride. He asked, Igbo men are romantic.
So he asked you for your hand in marriage when it is you bent over to pick
No, don't be
someone
silly.
up?
Don't be silly. Don't be silly.
He's blinded.
Shut up.
All right, cool. Thank you. You've done great. You don't have to basically prove anything to anybody. You are a great dating expert. We will have you back whenever we need a resident dating expert.
Thank you.
Right?
Whenever we need. What situations are we going to be as TDA?
All the time.
In here talking
The
about.
last time Saleh was there, they're saying
That's
that he was
true.
having trouble with Russians.
Oh man.
He was dating Russian women and he was having trouble with them.
Do you know much about your mentor?
I don't think
No,
he
no,
said
no.
that
He's
part.
not my
I've
mentor.
decided he is.
No. He's my.
What did you say he was your
He's your
mentor?
Kitu Kang.
No, he's my
thought someone- you thought it was
fetal.
someone
Fetal.
else.
Yeah, I thought it was someone
Your
else.
keto
He's like my keto accountability partner.
That
Yeah,
is
yeah.
crazy.
Okay, fair then, because I judge you a little.
What?
I judge you a little bit.
What?
When you said Sally was your mentor,
No.
I did judge a little bit.
Yeah, we're bedrooms. We're cool.
I said, huh?
I don't think so.
What?
You had
Live
to
in their
place, yeah, you had to place his voice.
Huh?
Never mind.
No, as in, I thought it was someone else. He sounded like someone else. Then when I said Salah, I put it together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is he intense?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Actually, I'm not calling Chijoke when Chims is here. Now he's giving me, telling me how to pronounce him properly. Tell me what it said, how to say it. Anyway, but yeah. Thank you for joining us. We appreciate it. And you'll be back
Thank
Yeah. You've
Thank
been
you.
amazing. Absolutely
have.
amazing. On the special day of love.
on a Lover's Day. But guys, have a great weekend. As we said, we're not going to be here next week.
I said.
I'm honest with you, yeah?
You're cute.
Because I was shy for him
Even when he was
in the
doing
start.
it, yeah.
I was shy for him in the start.
I was even thinking, look at you not managing people's
Bro,
expectations.
you
Guys,
gotta
we're not
rip the
here.
Band-Aid
Don't
off.
listen to Brent. We're not here next week. He's coming
gotta
to give you
rip-
stories.
Rip the brand aid.
Oh yeah, you know, on
Band-Aid off.
Monday we'll see how it goes for the week. These
I said,
times,
see how
these
it
times.
The thing is,
I've got plans for the morning.
no, this is so wrong. This is so wrong because
Okay.
I know what I told you, so it's
That's a
fair.
two against-
What
two
you
against- two against
what you
one.
say is fair,
Two
right?
against one.
But whilst I was sitting here, I'm thinking, I love these guys so much, right? And at any point in time, I could grab like a couple
mic.
in the community. And
Okay,
do
fair,
an impromptu
fair,
thing,
fair,
do you
fair.
understand? I
Yeah,
might
but-
be able to tease you.
Would that be a
day.
community service or would that be a TDA?
We don't know yet, but
We know.
It was developing. It was in real time.
It's a
Just-
community
he was
service.
cooking.
And then you
It's a
just
community
threw me under the
service.
bus.
Sorry.
First of all,
Bella.
he does know it's a community service. He might not have known, but I put it to you. It would
To be
definitely
honest,
be a community service.
Esther she's like an oracle. She does things and sees things like before time. Inside.
Depending on where
So
you're going there.
please look out for the announcement. We are
Please.
going to announce what's going to be happening during this week.
Yes.
But there's plenty work I have to do, and I just don't have the time during the day, and I need to basically do it during
And
the
it's
morning.
TMB work, he's not just gallivanting around the place.
Y'all are gonna love what we're gonna be announcing in
Y'all want
March.
the popcorn, right?
Early March. It's definitely not that. I don't want them to think it's just that.
Oh no, it's definitely not that.
Yeah.
But,
But anyway, thank you very much. I hope you all find love, give love, and receive love on this particular day of love.
also,
Jesus loves you, by the way.
Yes.
Jesus loves you, and if you don't want to be in the Labour ward in November,
What?
If you don't want to be in the Labour ward,
you might want to respect yourself today.
use wisdom. basically.
All right.
Using low clarity.
Wisdom is not enough.
Some
See you later.
self-discipline.
Thank you very
Listen,
much.
the spirit is strong, but the flesh is weak.
Persevere. See you later.
Bye.
Oh, is that what you meant? Keep your willy in your pants.
Okay, I didn't say there's a kid around. Bye.
Later.